Howdy, folks. Live chat 146. It just blows me away. 146 live chats, as well as all the impromptu ones, which probably takes up closer to 200. Good to see you. It's Tuesday evening, 8 o'clock, 30th of December, 2025. Last live chat of the year. We might do one tomorrow. Wait and see. I haven't got a gig on New Year's Eve, which is well, it used to be a rarity if that happened. It's not a rarity anymore. I haven't done a New Year's Eve gig since we came out of COVID, but it is what it is. But anyway, good to see you. We're talking bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, bass gear, great bass players, albums with great bass playing on. If you're watching, good to see you. Come on in. You're amongst friends. We're all bass players here. Good to see you, Leo. Hope you are recovering well from your appendicitis. So this boy is in the wars. He's got a fractured wrist and now has had appendicitis over Christmas. So get well soon, young man. I hope everything mends. Got to get back out there playing, but you've had all these things young, so you got years on the clock to go. There he is, my partner in crime, young Zoomer, with looks that defy the years. We've just done our first Duran collaboration video. We've just filmed it. We're nattering away like a pair of old fish women. Goodness me, I tell you, heaven help us. By the time we clock in all the other albums, I think we'll probably have enough for about 3 series. But anyway, Zoomer and I have just done the intro video. If you don't know what we're talking about, a couple of months back, I say a couple of months, maybe 8 weeks, YouTube has introduced this collaboration feature. And if you work it well and you do it properly, it can have a serious impact on your channel and your videos and what have you. And Zoomer and I have been talking about doing some Duran Duran related videos for a while because we could both talk for hours about it and the albums and the band and everything else. And I said, we should do this. It'll be good fun. And if we do it with the collaboration feature, it could prove very useful on your channel. So anyway, we've been plotting and scheming. Neil Noble, I 3 minutes in and I'm getting a £5 super chat. Thank you very much. Bless your heart. Good man. Top stuff. I haven't even told people how to use super chat yet tonight. That's quite outstanding. Just got to turn that off. So there it is. It just pops up. Amazing. Thank you, Neil. Great stuff. I'm just typing in a reply. Thank you for that. If you wish to do what Neil just did, you can use the super chat facility at the bottom of the live chat window, or you can use the super thanks option, which exists on every single video. Right. Anyway, what I was saying, but thank you very much for that. Well done, sir. Yes, Azuma and I have just finished recording the first one. So we've said, we've produced a video. It's about half an hour long. And we've just recorded about 2 hours and we barely stopped for air. It was fairly full on. So that's a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoy it once Zoom has finished editing it up. It could, well, boys on film quite. I don't know how long he's going to take to edit it. Let him just crack on with it. He'll get it done in his own good time. It's all good. And now, when you need me to start helping with all of this, like the back end and the thumbnails and blah, 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 I will wait for you to give me the prompt. Okay. So don't sit there slaving away and I don't do anything. You tell me when you need me to do stuff and we'll take it from there. I will do the research on the keyword research though in vidIQ. So I'll be cracking on with that tomorrow. So that's going to be, I hope, a really enjoyable series of videos. So we've done the first one. It's us talking about the band, and then the next 4 or 5 are going to be the first 4 or 5 Duran albums. Although we did say, just as we were wrapping up, we really should include the Arcadia and First Power Station album because A, they predate Notorious, which is the point that we're going to go up to at the moment. But also, if we time it right and we record this quick and Zuma's got his editing hat on, we could actually get the Power Station retrospective, if you want to call it that, out in time to coincide with the launch of the new Power Station box set. That's the challenge. So now we've done one, we've got the visuals and the sound, we know how to record it all and blah, blah, blah. We can actually start rattling through these. So when we finish tonight's live chat, young man, we'll have a little conflab, probably on WhatsApp, and we'll get those lined up. So while you're off work, let's we can rattle through it. Bill Derbyshire, you're a fine chap. I've always said, you know, that Bill Derbyshire, he's a sound chap. Thank you, Bill. $9.99 super chat. Bless your heart. Good stuff. Top man. Top man. Look at that. I tell you, rapid fire. I've just got to put a reply in. Thank you very much, Bill. So here we are. Brooks' Base Corner live chat 146, coming to you from London town here in the UK. We're kind of, last week was Christmas Eve's Eve. We're now in the quagmire swamp of between Christmas and New Year. Anything could happen. Anyone could appear on the live chat. You never know. So the last live chat that's planned for this year, for 2025, but there's not to say there might not be one tomorrow night. I do have to go and see the folks on New Year's Day. If you're watching, I'll see you Thursday. But that doesn't mean I can't do a live chat tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see how things all pan out. It's that weird time of year. I thought I was going to do a load of impromptu live chats between Christmas and New Year, and it just hasn't happened. Been a bit busy and having a little bit of a rest and trying to come back fully recharged, you know, having a break over the Christmas period, but it's all good. Right, let's rattle through these messages. Then I will do the if you like, the preamble for the live chats, and then we'll get into the chat. Leo, Zoom, Gareth Harrison, good to see you. Richard there, good evening, sir. Yeah, we're all there. Thank you very much. Yes, Richard, love the Arcadia album. Zoomer and I were saying, and I actually said to him, I don't think a month goes by where I don't play it. And some months, if I'm in that frame of mind, it's a good album to drive home to after gigs. There's a lot going on, and some great bass tones from the quite fabulous Mark Egan. So if you're a fan of Mark Egan's work, check out that Arcadia album. It just turned 40th anniversary. I got my very first copy of that album 40 years ago on vinyl. Still got it. It's upstairs. Zuma wishing Leo all the best. There we are. Bill Derbyshire, thank you very much. Leo, surgery went well. Now it's recovery. Exactly. Recovery time. You've got time to listen to music, watch videos, bass playing performances. I'm going to send you some links for some YouTube stuff, actually. I don't think I've sent... I might have done when I sent you all the Queen stuff. Did I send you the stuff with like the John Entwistle and Stu Ham videos and the Billy Sheehan stuff? Can't remember. Remind me. If I didn't, I'll send it through to you. Richard, glad his surgery went well. There we are. So if you're new to the live chats, whether it's my live chat or live chats on other YouTube channels, come on in. I'll give you a quick preamble in how these work. So this is the video window. Directly below, you're going to find a series of icons. There's a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Please give the video a thumbs up. I bang on about it every single week. It costs you guys out in YouTube land nothing. It doesn't cost you a penny to give the video a thumbs up. If you don't give the video a thumbs up and you're going to give it a thumbs down, then please leave a message in the comment section. Tell me what you don't like, and I can't make the video better if you don't tell me what's not working for you. Next to the thumbs up and thumbs down, you're going to see the share arrow, so you can share this out to social media, email, and websites. There's the save option, so you can save the video in like a playlist, so you can watch them back at a later time. Then next to that, you've got the dollar symbol in a love heart. That's called Super Thanks. It exists on every single video here on the channel. We're a monetized channel. It's free to watch the videos. There's no cost to watch the videos yet. That's something else further down the line. But if you wish to help the channel in any way, or you watch something on one of the videos and you think, That's really handy. I didn't know that. That's you. I wouldn't have known how to do that. He's just showing me how to do what I need to do. You can say thank you by hitting that super thanks button. So it's a dollar symbol in a love heart. It's called super thanks. It exists on every single video. Now here in the live chat window, so if you're on the mobile app, live chat window is directly below this video. If you're on the desktop version, it's that way. Yeah, on the right of the screen. You'll see all the messages from everyone. That's where you put your message. So at the bottom of that little window, you'll see a rectangle that says chat or comment. Put your insertion point or cursor in there, type away, press send. It appears here. Then I can respond to it, as can everyone else. Next to that, you'll see an emoji icon. So feel free to give that an absolute pummeling because it helps the video through the algorithm. If the algorithm sees people are enjoying the live chat and getting involved, it pushes it out to more and more people. Then we get more viewers and we get more base knowledge. And then we've got more help that we can offer each other. That's how that works. Next to that, you're going to see a rectangle with a dollar symbol in, which is called Super Chat. Works exactly the same as Super Thanks that you see below the video window. Super Chat exists only on the live chats that we're doing now. Super Thanks exists on every video all the time. So if you want to help the channel, keep the channel going. I aim on keeping this channel going for the next 20, 25 years. But everything you see, the microphones, the leads, the stands, the lights, cameras, cables, all of this stuff comes out of my pocket. It all has to be paid for one way or another. But if you want to help the channel, super chat payments like Neil Noble has done, like the lovely Bill Derbyshire has done, like all the fine people who contributed last week, it helps to keep that. Richard, see, it's wonderful people we have here. Thank you very much. Now you can buy more cheap string. I don't need any more strings. I can assure you. Enlighten me. Tell me what strings you found cheap, because I had a look on Backs yesterday and I couldn't see anything other than what I've seen previous around the time of Black Friday. And I've been keeping an eye on all the retailers over the past couple of days to see if there were any January sale sort of good deals. I couldn't really see too much. Nothing that had really changed since Black Friday. But thank you very much for the donation. Very much appreciated, of course, as always. Let me just put in there. Super stuff. Thank you. Keeps the channel rocking and rolling. Yeah, so that's, we've just done the live chat window. We've done the icons underneath the video. In the description box, you're going to find timestamps. So tonight's live chat, by tomorrow, hopefully, all the different sort of subjects we've talked about, all the bass stuff we've talked about, there will be timestamps. So if you're watching this at a later date, you can actually jump through the video. You don't have to watch the full, you know, the whole histrionics. If you've only got a certain amount of time, you want to just see what we're talking about, you can jump through using the timestamps. They correlate with the little notches on the timeline. When you put your cursor over the play and pause buttons and over the timer, you'll see a red line comes up at the bottom of the screen, and then it's notched. That correlates with the timestamp. So they'll be on the video tomorrow. After that, you're going to find affiliate links for Brooks's Bass Corner merch. There is a 25% off deal. That's right, 25% off deal, which is running, just bear me a second, which is running until midnight on January the 6th. So if you're looking to buy some Brooks's Bass Corner merch, help yourselves. 25% off all items worldwide till January the 6th. So if you've been waiting to get any of the quote shirts, the Mark King, Chris Squire, Nathan East, Lee Sklar shirts, there are mugs as well. We've got all the Brooks's Bass Corner branded merch as well. 170 odd items, 15 different designs, 25% off until January the 6th, which is next Tuesday. So by all means, go and check that out. You'll find links for the merch, the UK and Europe store, and the US and worldwide store in the description box below. You're then going to find affiliate links for the Bass Center, Top Cashback, vidIQ. After that, you're going to find bass related affiliate sales links for Amazon and Thomann. I will be getting the Andertons links up very shortly. There's a couple of other retailers I'm going to be giving a nudge to shortly as well. So we'll see if we can get a few more retailers on board. Those work basically if you use those links or the product links, find the items you want, go through with the purchase. Channel gets a very small I mean small, affiliate commission, which comes back to the channel, allows us to keep the channel going. Then you'll find us on social media links in the description box on Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Be Real, Quora, Discord, TikTok. Here we go. I can see lots of messages. Let's just wind back a little there. Bill Derbyshire, so you got a gig tomorrow night. Turns out we're doing it without the drummer. Hey, there we go. I can remember those days well. What are people's views of that? Why are you doing it without the drummer? Is it just he doesn't want to do it, or there's not enough money for him, or are you going to use a drum machine, or is it just someone stamping their foot, or is it a venue that's got a noise limiter and you can't have a drummer? And I've done a few of those. And not too willing to repeat the experience. Leo, it should be quite quick. The appendicitis was a simple one, so everything should be good from now on. Best of luck, mate. Hope you recover quick. There's the young Zuma who's defying the years. You're going to have to do a Larry Graham and fill in the rhythm. Exactly. Thump away, young Bill. Thump away. Richard, sounds like it'll be a nice quiet time, Bill. Enjoy it while it lasts. Either that or beatbox into a mic while you play. You know you can get bass drum pedals, like a guitar pedal, and you just tap your foot on it and it'll do it. That might be all you need. Leo, only send me the Queen video. Right, I will send you the links for Entwistle, Stu Ham, Billy Sheehan. There's a couple of others, actually. There's the Larry Graham one. I'll send them to, if I don't do it tonight, I'll send them to you tomorrow. Send me a message on Instagram to remind me, in case I forget. Gath Harrison, not seen any strings cheap. Yeah. Right. I can see some other message. Electric Low End, good to see you. Richard, Backs are still selling the £3 set of 5 strings with the 135B. Yep. You can still get Warwick 4000s or 35s for £8. They've been that price for basically last 12 months or more. Stowski string sets are 12. That is cheap because they don't normally go that low. So that might be worth someone's research there. But yeah, the Warwick steels and nickels are generally between £8 and £9. Backs do the same, roughly the same prices as Toman, but all good. Leo saying hello. Right, Richard, how's that American Vintage 2 playing for you? I guess you're talking to Electric Low End there. Leo, Mark King quote t-shirt is the best. Thank you very much. You had yours on in the hospital. Good boy. Bill Derbyshire, drummer is just doing something else. Okay, there's no plan to use a drum machine. What's he on about doing something else? Either you're in the band or you're not. Or did he say before you guys booked the gig, I'm not doing New Year's Eve? Or have you taken the gig and then he's dropped out? If you need a drummer, I can put you on to some. There's a lot of drummers not working tomorrow. That's for sure. I've seen a lot of them and heard from a lot of them. Seems to be a very quiet New Year's Eve on the gig front. Not sure why, but I just think money's a bit lean here in the UK at the moment. I know a lot of places, whether they're pubs, venues or otherwise, have been apologizing on social media saying, really sorry, we're not holding an event for New Year's Eve. I think people are just holding on to cash until the other side of New Year. Seems to be one of those Christmases, I think. People are just feeling the pinch just a little bit, which is a shame. But if it means people have got money for gigs through the spring and the summer, then so be it. So be it. Come on in, folks. 8:20 here in London town. We've got 55 viewers so far here on tonight's live chat, number 146. Coming to you from Brooksy's Based Corner here in London town, here in the UK. So that, yeah, potentially this is the last live chat on the channel before 2026. It might not be. We might do one tomorrow night. I will just play it by ear, see how things pan out tomorrow. Never know. I've known last minute phone calls on New Year's Eve before. It has happened. It has happened. But anyway, I'm going to say cheers to you now early on before, well, it's a large glass of red wine. Very nice it is too. A drop of Chateau Neuf de Pape, Rodney. Very good. Oh, it's beautiful. But thank you, folks, for all your support this year. It's very much appreciated. The channel has gone up a couple of levels, so very good. Sterling work, folks. Richard, you're going all cultured in DJ dinner jacket and bow tie, cello duet for 2 1-hour sets. There we go, during a posh meal. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, it's been lean. I remember back in August. August is usually a good barometer. So if you're starting to get calls in August to do New Year's Eve, that's kind of when things get sorted, unless you've been booked like well in advance. I've had New Year's Eves booked in advance 18 months before now. But normally by August, you want to at least have had some inquiries, or at least, contracts signed and done. I think we had something for Uncle Funk, and it was on, then it wasn't, then it was, then it was, and in the end, it's not happening. Got offered a Portugal thing with an ABBA tribute, but that didn't happen either. Not for me, just the client didn't go through with the booking, and that has been it. I've not heard of any, or certainly not come my way, any other offers of New Year's Eve, but I've been inundated with messages from other musos I know, seeing their posts on Facebook, just people clamoring for gigs for New Year's Eve. I just don't think there's many out there. But I do think people are struggling a little financially. So, a lot of venues have just gone, maybe we just can't justify it. But it is what it is. But if it makes 2026 a bit more consistent rather than peaks and troughs all the time, which is what it's felt like for 2 or 3 years, especially with the cost of living crisis thing that never seems to end. If we can have a bit more of a level playing field next year, I'd be very happy. Bill Derbyshire, get the impression the band leader rather likes the idea that the money split will be greater. Okay, wait and see how you get on by half-time on that gig. See if the band leader's got a good sense of rhythm. I look forward to a report back. If we are doing a live chat tomorrow, Bill, check in. Tell us how it's going by half time. Gareth, I'm not gigging tomorrow as the venue pulled it yesterday. No, people might have made plans. Was it contracted? Have you got a deposit? Richard, by the way, Mike, did you see the Crazy Backs offer for the green hand-stained ash-roasted maple Fasley jazz band? There were a lot of Fasley things on there. It's not a brand I know very much about. I probably didn't take too much notice of it, to be fair. They had them down at 70 quid from the usual 300, added a 10% voucher as well, 63 quid. That's good, and it's good if someone's starting out and looking for their first instrument. I've had experience of really cheap gear before, and sometimes it can be so bad that it puts a beginner off. Like they just go, I'm not playing bass anymore. And normally at that price point, I'd want to be buying something secondhand off eBay that I know is actually probably more expensive than that, but someone's selling it and it's cheap. And at least if it was like a Yamaha or an Ibanez, it would be a reasonable quality. I know nothing about this brand. Do you know? Have you played some? But like I say, I have experience. I have reviewed some very cheap gear back in about 2005, 2006 for the magazine, and it was so bad. It was the worst rating I ever gave any gear. Nothing ever did worse than that. And I remember saying at the time, if that's the best they've got to offer, I'd rather they didn't offer it. Because it was awful. It was unfinished, and I kept thinking I was going to get a splinter on the back of the neck. Just wasn't particularly enjoyable to play. So anything that falls into that price range and it's not secondhand off eBay, where I'm seeing a brand name and I know what it is, I tend not to particularly give it much time. But that might be my own mistake. But We'll see. Bill Derbyshire, you'll let me know. Excellent. I'm looking forward to that. Richard, very true. I ordered one as pupils are always asking for instrument recommendations. There you go. Your friend Tony sold about 4 Fasley Precisions and people seem to lap them up. Well, he'll be making an absolute fortune then if he can get them at 63 quid. Electric Lion, you made homemade Baileys before visiting your parents for the holidays. Now, our closest relatives are asking me how I made it. I thought there was going to be a punchline there, and you were going to say 4 of them are in hospital with stomach cramps. Very good. Very good. Thing with Baileys is you've got to be careful because you're dealing with alcohol and cream. And the general thing is it will either curdle or turn. And if it does, it's going straight in the bin. Clearly, you've mastered the procedure. And I heartily applaud it if the family are all asking you how to. You should be selling that. Create your own brewery. Let me just check everything's all fine here. Where are we? That's all looking good. Yeah, dashboard's good. Analytics good. Okay, let's just check the stream health. Stream health is excellent. Good. That's the plan. Good stuff. So I know I said last week I was expecting to have a lot of content out this week. It just hasn't happened. It's been a bit of a rest and recuperation and dog walking and napping from me. Kind of week. And dealing with accounts and sorting the stuff out with Zoomer for today. But it's coming. It's there, ready for filming tomorrow. So yes. Just keep watching. It'll be coming. I've got so much stuff. The list on my whiteboard is huge because basically I've been filming stuff over the last 6-7 months that I haven't put out. Time to get the editing hat on and get those videos up and out for you fine people. So keep watching. Am I planning to send some samples to us in the UK? It probably won't get through customs, I suspect. Or it might get a police escort from the airport as it comes through. Yeah, stuff like that doesn't always travel well. Yeah, got to be very careful with that. Anything alcoholic and sending it abroad. I mean, I refer you to, well, let's see if I can find it. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Let me see if I know it's on Instagram, but let me see if I can just find what I'm looking for. Here he is. Right, yeah. Let's just get the link for that. I think that's the whole. Yeah, should be. I mean, this is kind of what you want to avoid, folks. If you're gonna try and brew at home, this is really not what you want to be doing. Okay, and if you can keep the hair out, that's good as well. Richard, luckily my cousin bought you a very large bottle of Baileys for Xmas. Well, there we go. You're sorted out then. That's very good. Yeah, if you've not seen the limoncello video, it's well worth a watch. I thought it was going to explode at one point. Oh, tell you. That's what Uncle Funk buys me for my birthday. Nice large bottle of Chateau Neuf de Pape. Well done, that man. Legendary. So there we are. It's just coming up at 8:30. It is live chat 146 here on Brooks's Space. Is it really 146? I thought 146 was the other week. It says 146. Last week was 145, so it must be, I guess. 145, 144. Yeah, 143. Yeah, 142. Yeah, it is. It's 146, isn't it? But there she is. It's that, isn't it? Chateau Neuf de Pape. Very good it is too. Outstanding. Electric Lowen, you would, but we can't even order James May's gin from UK to Finland. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, and you know the T-shirt. You should do. You got it printed. Yeah. So you'll be very pleased to know Zuma and my initial entry into the Duran series is now filmed, ready to go. Just wait for the young man to edit up, and we do all the back end histrionics that we've got to do, and click that collaborate button, and away we go. All good. All good. So, theme of tonight's live chat, suggested by young Gareth earlier on, sent me a little message, beat after beat. Good to see you. What song reminds you of when you started playing bass? I hadn't really thought of this as a thing, but clearly it could be. I think someone suggested it on a bass group earlier, but I was thinking, what song reminds me of when I started playing bass? I could say Another One Bites the Dust because it was the first sort of song I learned on my very first bass lesson, no less. But I play it so often. I play it so often when I'm working with Queen tributes. It's just another part of the set, really. Not a bad song to have as like the first song you ever learned. But it's one of those songs that comes up all the time. It's incredibly popular the world over. When I do ABBA gigs, there's a section towards the end, like the start of the encore, where me and the drummer go on and we basically take over the stage for 2 minutes, and we play well-known, famous bass lines for a couple of minutes. And I start with a bit of Does Your Mother Know, because that's the groove, and then I go into Another One Bites the Dust, and then I go into Black Knight, and then we do Smoke on the Water. The Another One Bites the Dust bit gets the biggest. You can hear people go, oh, I know what that is. So there is that familiarity factor, and it transcends the world over. I've played in all sorts of bands all over the world. As soon as you play a bit of Another One Bites the Dust, people know it instantly. It's the same as Good Times. You play that, people know that bass line instantly. So that's not a bad thing. But yeah, let me know what song reminds you of when you first started playing bass. Might be the song that got you playing bass. Who knows? There we are. Right, there's messages. Stacey, so terrific. Excited to see what you produce. What Zuma produces. I'm just a talking head on that. It's entirely in Zuma's hands, and I trust him implicitly. I get to see the rough cuts before it gets published, so it's all good. Bill Derbyshire, Thin Lizzy Dancing in the Moonlight. Well, there's a tune. Well done, young Bill. First proper bass line you learned. I hope you still play it. Hope you can still play it. Just straight off the bat, using your ear. Beat after beat saying he's all good. Electric Lowen, Hallowed Be Thy Name by Iron Maiden. Well, there's a tune. Gareth, first song I learned fully was Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. Not a bad one to know. Very handy for pub club gigs. Happy New Year. You're chancing it there. We've got a day and a bit to go. Hold your horses. Richard, you learned the whole Ain't Complaining album by Status Quo when I first got electric bass. Have you ever played any of the songs from that album since in a live context? Beat after beat, as Thomas Dolby once said, the future is roses. Not if you like Quality Street. Then the future's Quality Street, or Celebrations, or Heroes. Pick your Christmas tub of chocolates of choice, folks. Stacey, first song that got your attention because it was prominent in the intros, Pick Up the Pieces, but Chic was the gateway drug. There we go. Pick Up the Pieces. Hey, average white band, isn't it? You know. Leo, you're recovering from your surgery, appendicitis. Won't get fooled again. Wow. Well, there's a first song to pick. Alexa, now, it's given me your handle name. I don't know who that is. It's just said hello. If you've been here on the channel before, it's not showing your screen name. It's showing your handle. So if you normally go by a different screen name, enlighten me. Let me know who that is. Richard, yes, I regularly play the title track live. Do you? Oh, okay. More popular than I wouldn't have. I mean, Ain't Complaining is not in the. It's not in the rain. Caroline, down, echelons. Pile Driver. Now there's an album. Stacey, because the bass is so prominent. There you go. Literally low end, Beast of a Beat. Quite. Burning Bridges again. What was it Steve used to say? Whenever we raised the topic of that song, there was it'll come to me later on. And I'm trying to remember. So I used to work in a band with two guys that supported Quo for a number of tours, and the stories are quite unreal, but they are what they are, and true. I'll try and recollect a couple of them for later on. BFB just got another milestone, 75,000 views. You're ripping it up. Stacey to Richard. Leo, no, I think the first real song for you was Don't Fear the Reaper. Yeah, the Reaper and the Ripper are two very different things. Definitely not something to sing around Leeds. Don't Fear the Ripper. Well, exactly, Mean Girl. Now we're talking, aren't we? Really, Gareth. You first started playing '99. Crikey! So a lot of Britpop era songs. Lucky Man, The Verve, yep. Circle. I used to play the Circle. I used to play in a Britpop covers pub band, usually as a duo or trio. Used to play the Circle all the time. Love that. Walk Away by Cast. I did a couple of Cast songs. Don't Walk Away was one of them, but yeah. Leo, Won't Get Fooled Again was after. Right, got you. Be after beat. Your 10-second music videos are on fire. Clearly they are. Clearly they are. Have you are you posting those up on TikTok as well? You might find you get some cross-pollination if you put up on both platforms. I'm sure you are doing that, but if you're not, you should. Just take out any YouTube branding or anything to do with the video, and just put a clean video up on TikTok. Should help. Richard, that was a cool time to start playing. Some of the Oasis and Robbie Williams bass lines are very good to play. Correct. Okay, Mike, if I wasn't a professional bassist, what career path would I have taken? Ooh. Well, I did a degree in computers. But that was really just so I had something to fall back on if the music didn't happen. I don't know. Because I've wanted to be a musician since I was 6 years old. So most of my life was focused about doing that. I know when I was about 9, 10, 11, 12, I had stupid ideas of trying to be a footballer. I was a pretty good footballer, but there was no way I was going to be professional. There were always kids at school that were better. And I didn't kind of fill out physically while I was at school. That kind of happened in my 20s. So when I was at school, I was a bit wiry, which is a good description. Lanky would also be another description. But I've never had, or back then as a kid, I didn't have a lot of muscle mass. So when certain kids at school, and I was at an all-boys school from 85 to 88, there would be certain boys that would just, what's the word? Not grow, but their muscle mass would just go like overnight. One day they'd be this little stripling, and next day they were like bulky. And the problem is when you're playing football and you haven't got that muscle mass, it don't matter how quick you are or skillful. If someone's a bit chunkier than you, they're going to knock you over. And it got to a point with all the sports. So I used to do guys hockey and hated rugby. Always tried to avoid rugby like the plague. Football, cricket, did a lot of volleyball, actually. It got to be unenjoyable because the bigger kids would just ruin it. They'd make it so hyper competitive and they just bowl you over with their mass. And in the end, it was like, I can't be bothered with this anymore. So, yeah, I wanted to be a footballer. That wasn't going to happen. But I knew from 6 and then 12 when I saw the reflex. Actually, we didn't mention that, Zoomer. That's a point for one of those videos. Probably when we get to 7 and the Ragged Tiger. Once I saw the reflex, that was it. I was sold. I want to be a musician. I want to do that. I want to play gigs and appear on records and all of that. So I don't know. I don't know what else I would have done. Maybe something artistic. I don't know. See, had I had the foresight, I would have set up a YouTube channel years ago. It would have made complete sense to set this up while I was writing for the magazines. But I didn't until 2020. When you were a kid, we didn't have these opportunities. If someone said you run your own channel, I mean, I look at what some individuals make from their channels and it's like, now, had I started this up 10 years sooner in 2010, I'd be laughing. I'd probably be retired on an island somewhere, but I didn't. So, you know, I'm playing catch up, but if I hadn't played bass, I always thought I would have liked to have been a saxophonist. I just hope the saxophonist from Uncle Funk isn't watching. You know, there's no way you'd be a saxophonist. You don't know that. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone else? What would you be doing if you, well, quite a few of you don't play bass as a living. You play it as either a hobby or something you enjoy outside of your regular day job. But would you swap your day job to be a professional bass player? Bearing in mind the stories I've told you, I might have put the fear of God into you. That's probably more likely. Be After Beat, you don't have a TikTok account. Maybe you should have. 10-second music videos are ideal for TikTok. Takes 5 minutes to set up. Do it. Do it. So if you've made that video as a short, are you doing it on your phone or on a desktop or a Mac or what have you? If you're doing it on a desktop and it's a brand new video, then there shouldn't be any YouTube, what's the word I'm looking for? Any sort of YouTube, not content, but anything on there that says YouTube or what have you. You can just upload that same video to TikTok. Branding, that's what I was thinking. If it's got no YouTube branding on it, you can upload it to TikTok. And I will guarantee you'll get some cross-pollination. People will find you on TikTok, maybe come over to the YouTube platform. Be After Beat, you'll call. I will call you Leo from now on. West. Oh, okay, very good. Richard Fitton, Perkins, albeit you're exposing the Generation Z attention span with your 10-second videos. Yeah, but they rack up as his view progress is showing. I remember seeing the one, what was it 3 weeks ago? 30,000. He's on 75,000 now. Excellent. It's good work. Good work. Yes, people only have a 30-second attention span. They don't have that much. 3 seconds if you're lucky. Gareth, although when I first started playing, we had a weekly acoustic jam around at my dad's where loads of his mates would encourage me to learn some material they knew. It's all good for the ears. Richard, luckily I can still watch long form stuff. I was just watching Hoover's Garage earlier. Very good. Be After Beat, we are Generation X. We rule the world. Yeah, I wish. You're in this for the girls, are you? Good luck with that then. Tony Tram, no, but if you come on my channel and you're going to be rude, I'll boot you straight off. You've got one more conversational gambit and then you're gone, mate. Richard, I did teach people to drive before I went pro and became a music teacher. I'll stick with music. Yeah, quite right. Wow, 3-second music videos. You'll work on it. Yeah. You might get a #1 hit. It never fails to amaze me what people will and won't watch. It's yeah, don't blink, you might miss it. Quite exactly that. Exactly that. I need to quickly open up the old email just to make sure I haven't got anyone in there going, can I have an invite? There are no invites anymore at the current time. That's all fine. That's done. Yeah. That's all good. Very good. Yeah. It's a great concept. The editing may be a little tight. Yes, that's about right. Yeah, the general thing for a YouTube video, unless it's purposely fixed and you're not really transitioning cuts, is 3 seconds per clip. So when you're creating a short, like if I'm doing a 60-second bass review, I've basically got 20 cuts. Go to 20 different chunks of footage for a 60-second video. Beat, you put up 2 Kansas videos yesterday that I made. Excellent. To put up your channel, put up what it's called. Actually, I think you can just go into. Bear with me a moment. I think you can just go into the hamburger menu and you can go to channel. Where someone's put a comment up, there should be a hamburger menu. 3 dots on the right-hand side, then go to channel. That should be all you need, I think, because you won't be able to post a link. Neil Noble is a huge Genesis fan. Is Mike Rutherford rated or underrated amongst musicians? Didn't we answer that one the other week? He's rated, but the problem you got with Mike Rutherford is he has no appeal to the younger generation. So unless they know who Genesis are, he probably isn't going to be appreciated. Whereas people of my vintage know exactly who he is. And of course, very, I mean, his work in Genesis as a bass player was sterling. Unfortunately, the younger generations now will know him as that bloke from Mike and the Mechanics. And that probably doesn't quite have the gravitas that the Genesis attachment has. Yeah. I was never that overly enthralled with his guitar playing. I thought his bass work was far more, what's the word, engrossing. I didn't think his guitar work, but see, Genesis in the 80s became a hit machine. So the guitar parts, even on the longer album tracks, was okay. But I don't consider Mike Rutherford in Steve Hackett's league as a guitar player. Steve Hackett is way and above Mike Rutherford as a guitar player. There are only options for report and block. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, beat after a beat it is then. Leo, it's been good to... Wow. Whatever that means. Richard, yes, you did the Mike Rutherford thing last week. Oh, very good. Watch a bit of live. You're off to get some rest. Leo, have a great new year. We might be on tomorrow. We might. I just don't know how tomorrow's going to pan out yet, because I until we get to like 7 o'clock, there's always a possibility someone I might know might pick the phone up and go, Mike, bass player's broken a leg. Can you get to such and such? And then it's up to me whether I want to do it. So we will see. We'll see. You go get some rest, young man. Look after yourself. Beat after beat. You love Genesis with Phil Collins. Yes. Likewise. Richard saying as well to Leo. There we go. Zuma, we forgot one, Mike. Who played keys for David Bowie at Live Aid? That would be the Prefab Sprout Band. Give me 2 seconds. Google is our friend, of course. It's Thomas Dolby, I think. Who played keyboards for David Bowie at Live Aid? Bass player was called Matt something. It was Thomas Dolby. There you go. Guitarist was Kevin Armstrong. Bassist Matt Seligman. Saxophonist Claire Hurst and others. Yeah. Yes, Tessa Niles. And the other female singer was, always forget her name, Helena Springs, of course. Pedro Ortiz on percussion. There we go. sorry, Zuma and I were talking about people that were in other people's bands at Live Aid. In fact, Marcus Miller was in Brian Ferry's band. And on guitar, a little known young upstart called Dave Gilmore. Yeah. Long time ago. 40 years. Good Lord. Where did they go? I don't know, but they definitely went. That's for sure. That is for sure. I had a little find actually the other day. I was there's a Facebook group I'm following on Facebook, funnily enough, on Prince, and there's a guy who's got loads of stuff from the vault, and he's putting it out there. And I suddenly thought, I wonder if there are any bootlegs from the gigs that I saw of Prince at Wembley Arena in '88 and '90. Yep, I found them. There are. There's a couple for each night, so I've downloaded them for future listening reference. I was there at those gigs, and some of the quality isn't that great. I'm hoping there are some better boots either out there or that turn up. But yeah, I like finding recordings of gigs I was at. It's good. I can't tell you how. I can't tell you how happy I was when Level 42 released Live at Wembley from 1989, because that was the night I was there. On the 12th of January, 1989, last night of the Wembley run for the Staring at the Sun tour, I was there. That was that night. Now, if they get round to releasing that as a proper double disc, and there is talk, I was watching the Turn It On podcast the other night, and they were talking to Paul Waller and Simon Carson, and Simon intimated that there might be some live box sets to go with the studio albums and recordings and B-sides and stuff that Cherry Red have been putting out. There's talk that they might trawl the archive for potentially a live box set, and there is talk of re-releasing the Live at Wembley '89, and there's also talk of a live release for Wembley '86 and possibly an extended version of the DVD. Now that'd be something. Now, if they could then get the Birmingham footage from the Staring at the Sun show that's on Fait Accompli, that would make my year. Gareth Harrison, Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins era Genesis for me. I like both equally. Yep, but kind of think one of them as but kind of think of them as two separate bands, the same with Fleetwood Mac. Yes, I get it. Same. The way I look at that in terms of Genesis is the bands, the version with Peter Gabriel was what it was. That was that band developing. How they then went forward after he left was influenced by what the music industry around them and the music buying public wanted at that time. So they kind of carried on in that prog rock vein up until about 80, and then music really did change, really did. And the Genesis of the 80s is a much different beast. Peter Gabriel, I don't think Genesis may have survived if Peter Gabriel had remained the frontman of Genesis as they went into the 80s. I'm not sure that would have worked. Having said that, if someone had said back then that Phil Collins would end up being the frontman, no one might have believed you, like in the mid-70s. However, he was ubiquitous as one of the biggest artists of the 80s, not only because of his solo career, but his Genesis career. So I was about to say he had a face for publicity, but that's not the way it works. It's just he tapped into something within the music buying public on the planet, and both his solo career and Genesis's career benefited from both careers benefited from the other. So it was like, I keep saying this today, cross-pollination. So, yeah. Neil Noble, you agree with Gareth. Thanks for the Genesis chat. It's all right. It's all right. We just want something different. We like that. It's good. That's good. Have you seen the super new remastered version on YouTube of the Phil Collins Live in Berlin from 1990? I can put a little link in here. Let me just do that. I can't remember. I might have put it in here before. I think I might have put it in here the other week. But anyway, remastered 24-bit. It's a super clear visual, I have to say. There we go. If you're not knowing what I'm talking about, there was a film. There was actually VHS, and then they did a DVD of it as well. Of this show, it was. I don't think it was the last night, although I could be wrong. It was an outdoor show in Germany. It might have been the last show on the tour, actually. Could be wrong. And it's in the middle of a forest. But it's a great show. And they actually released the whole show. So it was, I think it's, 2 hours and 35 minutes, which is no mean shakes. And Lee Sklar's playing an absolute blinder. So if you've not seen that ever, I suggest you watch it. It's cracking. Gareth, I agree. It's the same with Peter Gabriel's solo material. I don't think he could or would have released that under the Genesis banner. No, it's a different thing. A different thing. But I honestly am not sure that Genesis would have remained a thing if he had remained the singer as they went into the 80s. I just don't think he would have been able to adjust under the Genesis umbrella to what music was like then. Once he was under his solo umbrella, and then again, compare So to his 3 previous albums. There's an element of consistency, but it's quite different. What's my favorite live album? I still go back to A Physical Presence, Level 42. Although it does have overdubs. But as an album, if you don't know Level 42 and you hear that, some of it might go over your head. But if you know kind of what to expect, it's blinding. And it has to be the version with all the extra tracks on it. It can't be the original single CD version, which missed out all the instrumentals. Other than that, favorite live albums? I've got a very big soft spot for Live Killers by Queen. There is a double live CD by Dan Reed Network that was only available by mail order called Live at Last, which I do have a copy of, and the accompanying video. And I love that. Then there's also Prince Love Sexy, of course, any of the live recordings from that tour. I love, and I've rediscovered it recently, is Roachford live at Wembley Stadium supporting INXS in 1991. And I'm very happy to say that in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to interview Derek Taylor, who used to be Roachford's original bass player. He didn't have a recording of that gig. And I got in touch with him late November. I said, hello, Mr. Bassman. Long time no speak. I hope you're well. Just checking. Do you have a copy of you playing at Wembley Stadium with Roachford? And he went, no, I don't. He said, do you know someone that's got one? I said, yeah, me. Would you like the tracks? He said, have you got them? I said, just watch your phone for the next 30 seconds. I'll send them over. He couldn't believe it. And I've got a few a few other Roachford gigs that were recorded from Radio 1. And I'm going to digitize them up and enjoy them for my own benefit, but send them to him because he was the bass player on them. So keep watching the channel. There will be a very informative deep dive into the career of Mr. Derek Taylor. I'm sure he's not watching this live chat, but if you are watching, Derek, I'm coming to see you in January, and we'll get down into the nitty gritty. Should be good. Zuma, in addition to Duran, the U2 album Boy reminds me of learning bass. Okay. Richard, Leland Sklar looks very young on that video. Yeah, the beard belies the age. However, that video was 1990, which is now 35 years ago. Oh, hey. So he is now, that's 35 years ago. He is now 78. Very young 78, of course. So that makes him 43 in that video. I'm 10 years older than that now. So, yeah, live your life, folks, and don't waste your time. Don't waste the days. That would be my advice. But it's a great video to watch. It's high quality bass playing. And the fact someone's gone to all that trouble and made that video look that good. Well worth watching. Put it on your phone and Chromecast it to your TV. It's a good watch for 2.5 hours, I tell you. Gareth Harrison, for me, it's The Who live at Leeds. Yes, that's a very good album too. Bill Derbyshire, Cheap Trick live at the Budokan. Well, if we're talking Budokan, then I will also throw in Mr. Big at the Budokan in 2009. And I'll also chuck in Deep Purple, made in Japan. Richard, time is a scary thing. You're even older than you. Well, exactly, you see. I'm just fitting it in as quickly as I can. I shoehorn in as much as I can. I'm very wary that doing a YouTube channel takes up so much time. But the reason for me doing YouTube and for other people doing YouTube is that I'm purely in it for the money, the income over time. But I appreciate that you have to put in the long yards and the years in order to get YouTube to that point, unless you're exceptionally fortunate that you either go into a topic or a niche that accelerates your earnings. Bass doesn't bass does not accelerate your earnings. It's seen as the lower end of the RPM scale, but it is what it is, and it's what I do. So I keep plodding away at it, but I have to find ways of working quicker and editing quicker and filming quicker, because otherwise I'm going to look back when I get to 70 and 80 and think, what the hell were you doing? Because you cannot spend 9 hours editing videos. That's just, but it's what it takes. So you've either got to pay someone to do it or you do it yourself. And at the moment, the channel does not earn enough money for me to be paying someone to edit the videos, but it is what it is. You were telling a pupil the other day you've been playing the cello for 48 years. It's scary. It is scary. In 18 months, I'll have been playing bass for 40 years. Christ. Where did your life go, Mike? Yeah. Stacey thinks she might be older than you, Richard. There we are. You turned 56 last week. You kept that one quiet. Well, happy birthday belatedly. Yeah, it's a scary concept. But then when I think it's like 5.5 years since we started this channel, it's like, where did that 5.5 years go? I can tell you, I know exactly. We hit that sort of bump in the road in early 2022 when the hard drive went down on my PC and I got COVID and the gigs started flying in, and suddenly I had all this stuff ready to go just after we monetized, and my whole plan just went to pieces. 2022 was not a good year for the channel. It was not prolific, and it wasn't till later in the year and things started to change with remix shorts that suddenly I could create some momentum. and that sort of got us moving a bit, really. B after B, you just turned 58. Goodness. Well, keep doing your videos. Like I say, you just don't know with YouTube. Something can just happen. Someone might share a video and it suddenly goes, and the cogs start turning. You just never know. There we are. After the rapture, what's that? I don't know what you're talking about. Duran are older than all of us. That makes me feel good. Yeah. They're doing all right. They're in the States, I think, preparing for gigs tomorrow night. Are they doing New Year's Eve? Someone in the States can tell me. Bill Derbyshire will be 64 in February. Get you. Making us all feel old there, Bill. Not looking too bad on it. Still carrying your Warwick bass around. You're doing all right. It is. It's just gone 9:05 here in London. Brooks's Bass Corner live chat 146. Said at the top of the channel, I can't believe we've done 146 of these, but we have. Times Square. No, I don't think they're there. Let me just see. Hang on. Google's my friend. They are playing at Palm Desert tonight, California. And then they're playing on New Year's Day in Las Vegas. I think they've got a bit of a Vegas run, haven't they? No, just 2 nights. 1st and 2nd. Then at Silver Spring on the 3rd. San Diego, Zuma on the 4th. Phoenix, Arizona on the 5th. Anaheim on the 8th. Lincoln on the 9th. See, I always question who in their right mind wants to tour over the early part of winter. You're asking for trouble. I tell you, you're asking for trouble. The weather is not kind. Travel is not good. However, anyone going to see him in Phoenix, Arizona on Monday, tickets from 55 quid. Silver Spring, January the 3rd. MD, where's that? Someone tell me what state MD is. Tickets from £21. Really? On Ticketmaster. Are you in the toilet or something? What is that? Watch the gig from the toilet for 21 quid. If Maryland, well, there you go. Anyone wants to see Duran? They're playing in Maryland on Monday, and you can get tickets as low as 21 quid. So they're probably $30 or something. Stacey, they're in part. There we go. Hollywood Bowl, even. No. Bill Derbyshire, more like in a state, man. Right, got you. Very good. Yeah. We're all caught up. Don't forget to give the live chat a thumbs up, folks, if you would be so kind. It really helps the video, helps the channel, pushes the video through the algorithm. So they then push the video out to more bass players. Then we get more bass players coming in on the chat, and it's self-perpetuates. That's how it works. So please give the video a thumbs up, folks, if you would. Doesn't cost you anything to do it, and it really helps the video, really helps the channel. Let's have a look here. That's all good. Just check the stream health. Yeah, that's looking good. Or is it? Yep, no, that's fine. That's all happening. That's good. Dashboard's good. Community tab. That's good too. Analytics. We got 223 viewers so far this evening. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. So I have, as I've mentioned earlier, I have a slew of content to put up here on the channel. I've still got the Gary Beers, bass player from In Excess, got his interview to put up. There's a load of stuff. I've literally got 10 gig vlogs to do, a ton of demo and review videos to put up. Chris Child's interview from the Bass Chat Bass Bash back in November. That's got to go up. Some gear stuff I don't want to sound rude, I hadn't forgotten. It wasn't top of my list, so I hadn't worked far enough down the list to see it was there. So I borrowed some amplification speakers at the Bass Bash. LF-SIS, I think they're called, based down on the South Coast. And I've got the videos, I've got the demos and reviews, and I've got to edit, got to get this stuff out. So very busy couple of weeks coming my way, I can tell you now. So keep watching. There's going to be a flood of content here on the channel. But it's all good. Better to have lots of content than not a lot. So it's all good. Actually, there was another couple of videos I found. I think I did post them up a couple of weeks ago. There was that one. There was the Duran Dance Macabre. Someone had taken together all the different video feeds that had gone up on YouTube and made 1 gig of it, which looked pretty good. So anyone going out bass shopping? Did anyone get money for Christmas? You know, maybe you're a beginning bass player and you've got to go and buy your first bass, first amp, first pedals. Ollie, thinking about getting yourself a P bass, just an old made in Mexico one. They're good. You'll know when you find one you like. Don't buy the first one. Go and play a whole bunch and you'll find one that works for you. Do it. You'll hear you know that tone because of your Voxes and your Vox bass, and also because the JD has split coils. You'll know that split coil sound. Gareth, you love your Made in Mexico P bass. You certainly do. So while Zuma's lurking in the background, Zuma, when are we doing the first couple of album videos? When do you want to do those? Only day I can't do this week is Thursday. Richard, you bought one of the 90s Made in Mexico Precisions with Pop the Body back from Wales the other week. Sounded immense. A good Made in Mexico, if you get a good one, you'll keep it. I'm very lucky my Mike Dirnt Precision falls into that category. It does weigh a bit. It's heavy. It's got a big old neck, but it sounds unlike any other Precision I've got. And sounds equally good whether it's got a set of steel round wounds or a set of flat wounds. It then becomes 2 quite different basses. So the flat wounds do well to rein in some of the attack of that pickup. But if you've got a set of steel rounds on there, it's basically punktastic. So if you like that degree of grindy, clanky, in-your-face punch, it's the one to have. You think you know why Duran isn't playing Times Square? Because New York is getting slammed by feet of snow. Oh yeah, I bet they're very pleased that they chose not to do that. Also, they did it a couple of years ago, so probably it's a bit too soon. Richard bought the Fender American Professional Classic Precision from the gallery, but still hasn't arrived. I bet you won't see that till start of next week. Gallery folks seem to enjoy their holidays. They do. Martin loves a holiday. Neil Noble, how do I rate Duff McKagan? Yeah, he's good. He's good. He is what he is. He is exactly the right bass player for Guns N' Roses. Yeah, Guns N' Roses are a band that's the sum of its parts. If you take them out of that, I mean, okay, Velvet Revolver was okay and good, and but they work best in the confines of that band. When you take them out and put them in other things, they're good. You know, Slash is good in his own thing, but they just it's like with Queen. Take the band members out of Queen, and it's not they're not as electrifying as they are when they're in that space. Put them in that space, they come alive, and I feel Duff McKagan kind of fits into that. Put him in the Guns N' Roses bubble, he's outstanding. Take him out of the Guns N' Roses bubble, yeah, maybe not so much. you know. Ollie, always love Chuck Rainey's playing. So flat wounds with a nice high action for you. Yes, sir. You might want to get one of these. Where have I put it? There we go. Nordy Mute from Nordstrand. If you want a string mute, really good. I highly recommend them. Zuma, you really like Duff. He's funkier than you think. I've probably not listened to the suitable material then. Lorenzo, good to see you. Hope you're well. Baseline time, of course. Every day is baseline time here. I can assure you of that. Yeah, Zuma. So while you're there, when do you want to crack on with the album videos? Because obviously we've need to both have a listen to each album and get our information up to date and correct. So I've had those albums on for a bit of rotation over the past couple of weeks, but I need to dig deep into my liner notes and probably a couple of the interviews on duran.com wouldn't go amiss as well, because there's a lot of tasty info on those. So there's so much. I mean, we could do like 5 hours on Rio, couldn't we, really? First album as well. No, can't do Thursday. Can't do Thursday. I'm down with my folks. Friday's good. Saturday's good. Sunday's good. Monday's good. Tuesday's a bit tricky. Duran made a smart move. Always a great show. Thank you, Lorenzo. Bless your heart. Stacey, the entire East Coast is getting iced. I saw that on the news. It's starting to get cold here too. Temperature's going to drop down to 2, I think, over the next couple of days. Minus at night. Joy. I'm not going anywhere. I've got no gigs. So it's not like I'm getting lost on the roads. It's all fine. What if I take the Concorde and meet you there? You'd like to meet my mum? Yeah. Okay. I'll tell her that when I see her. Lorenzo, yesterday you were listening to old Tony Levin album. Solo. Yeah. Tony Levin's great. And yeah, I'll happily recall that I went to see Peter Gabriel live in 2004, Tony Levin playing bass. I didn't hear a note he played all night. It was just a rumble. It was horrible. The gig, I was expecting great things. I was bored. I was so bored. I think it's still the only gig I've walked out of early, because me and the guy I went with, we had free tickets. I think he won them in a competition. And I was so bored. Oh, my days. You couldn't hear anything that was going on when Peter Gabriel was talking to the crowd, singing. You just couldn't make anything out. It was like, this is really not good. And they were in the round as well. So you'd expect it to get good at some point. We weren't up in the gods or anything, but it just wasn't good. Yes, really. Yeah, like I say, the only gig I've ever walked out of early. Zuma, I should be at the Duran gig in Palm Desert, but I refuse to pay those ticket prices. Well, as I say, there are tickets, not tomorrow, but tickets on that little run. I just Googled it. They're not that expensive. Stacey, nearly -2 there tonight. Chris May, good to see you. Rio's an odd baseline. Pace seems pushed forward somewhat within the tempo of the track. Yeah, there's an isolated bass track of it. And if you listen to it, there are not mistakes, but there's stuff in there, like string noise, and there's a bit of a push at one point. And it sounds wrong when you listen to it. Yet Colin Thurston was a clever chap, because he knew within that mix that was going to sound perfect, and he was right. But if you listen to the isolated bass stem, we all aim for perfection when we're recording bass lines and stuff. Sometimes if something ain't perfect, it's actually right for the track. It's a weird thing. And I kind of got after I heard that stem, I remember thinking, God, for years I've always been trying to play everything as clean and meticulous in a recording situation, and I needn't have bothered, because once they start doing all the mixing and applying compression and anything else, it all changes anyway. So if you're working for a producer and he says, no, that's fine, even if you think, no, that's not fine, he can hear the bigger picture. So make of that what you will. But worth listening to that stem. It's I remember the first time I heard it, I thought, God, how did they get away with that? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a stem. It is. It is. Yes, Zuma. It is frantic. It is. And yet it fits within the context of the mix, with everything else going on. It fits. Lorenzo, and news about Trey Gunn. He was in David Sylvian's band in the 90s. Yes, Trey Gunn, wasn't he? I think he might have been in King Crimson at some point. Am I thinking the same guy? Maybe not. What news about him? What's the news? Zoomer, I saw you message me about that. Yeah, so Thursday we can't do. What other options have you got? Well, I'm not sure when you go back to work. Is it next week? I mean, I'm happy to do the episodes we want to do over the next couple of days after Thursday. So if you want to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we go for it, I'm happy with that. I can do that. I'm listening to albums I love. Why wouldn't I be? Sorry, got to take the old glass away from the boom stand. Oh, that's good. Chateau Neuf de Pape. If you've never had a bottle, I suggest you buy one now and again. Cheap red wine, it isn't, but my God, it's good. Italian wine. Chateau Neuf de Pape. Exactly. Very, very good. So, Zuma, what do you think the timeline is on getting the first video out? Week? 10 days? Sooner than that? You really like wine, but it tends to give you a headache. Not if you get the right stuff. Cheap plonk, no good. What's this? Try Negro Amaro. Okay, or Primitivo. Stacy, take note of those. Remind me. You thought it was the sulfites. It might be, but cheap stuff is the problem. If you buy a decent, if you spend a decent amount on a nice bottle of wine, yeah. Just don't drink beer at the afterwards or before. Don't mix up your beer and your wine. One or t'other. That's the secret. Got your message. Okay, we'll play it by ear. Possibly Saturday. Saturday's good. Yeah. I don't mind doing 2 on one day if you want. I can do that. I will get my research. We'll sort a time. Let's pick a time on Friday when we both know what we're doing on Saturday. Right, let me just do a post-it so I don't forget. Get my research in. Correct. If you want a reasonable Chateauneuf de Pape, go for Gigondas 2019. Look at the old wine connoisseur. Right. Let's see. Zoomer videos. I'll plan that we're going to do 2 in one day. Okay. And if we don't, we don't. But we might. Confirm time on Friday. Sounds like a plan, Stan. Groovy. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast, this. I hope people enjoy it all anyway. That's where you're going to lose me. Love them a bit. No, I love beer too. I love cider as well. But proper red wine, good stuff, not cheap rubbish. It's the bomb. And eat prosciutto. I'm vegetarian, I'm afraid. I'll have sun-dried tomatoes, olives, and prosciutto. How about that? Zoom, I hope to get the edit done next 2 to 3 days. Wow. Okay. Get some beers in them. You tell me when you need me to start helping with keywords and thumbnails and all the stuff I can do from vidIQ. So Stacey, she knows her onions and her vinos. There you go. Chuck some tomatoes and peppers in. You're laughing, aren't you? Chris, mate, Icario, Vino Nobile de Montepulciano. Okay. Again, write that down, Stacey. I've not ventured into the realms of that, so there's some for the research list. Very good. It is just coming up towards 9:30 here in London town. It's live chat 146 on Brooks's Base Corner. It's Tuesday night, so it's live chat night, isn't it? Of course. Got to say, we're moving to Sunday from Sunday this week. So you're going to get 2 in 1 week. How about that? So we're moving to Sundays. Hopefully it will work for people in the US. Hopefully it will work for other people around the globe. So my thinking is, we're in the middle of winter. Might even do a live chat on Saturday on the workbench. We'll see. But Sundays, maybe people have got a little more free time, not racing home from work. Will work a whole lot better for people on the West Coast in the US. And yeah, so live on Sunday from Sunday the 4th. Yeah. This Sunday coming. Montepulciano. Yeah, anyway, that one from Tuscany region. Okay, she's on it. Very good. BFB, if you were Simon Le Bon, what kind of wine would you drink? He's a red wine man. I've heard him say that before. He likes it for the old Hobsons. Nothing wrong with a Montepulciano. It's very Italian. You got to be Italian to say that. I'm not doing it a good job with a boy from Wimbledon. You know, it's not wrapping my tongue around that properly, I'm afraid. I need to quickly do that and into there. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm just looking at the football scores, those who have an interest. So Newcastle 3-1 up against Burnley. Chelsea 2-2 against Bournemouth. Maresca's been booed by his own fans, apparently. Nottingham Forest lost 2-0 to Everton. Oh, dear. West Ham drawing 2-2 with Brighton. Arsenal leading Villa 2-0. Man U are drawing with Wolves 1-1. Come on. Pull your socks up. Good Lord. Simon drinks Asti Spumante. Well, okay. He can afford whatever he wants, really. Caso Gigondas Cuvée Prestige. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Neil Noble, my team are losing 2-0 at Arsenal. Exactly. Villa. Come on. But they can score 2 goals quite quickly. So that could change quite quickly as well. Seems a sommelier party. Yeah. Stacey does a bit of bar work here and there for private events. Where are the baselines? Yeah, well, quite indeed. We're multifaceted. Well, we are, you know, multitaskers here. We have baselines too. I just don't do a lot of that because trying to get the sound to convey. Although we're not on StreamYard now, so it might. I will reinvestigate that. It was something we used to try to demo basses, and just the bass performance just. It all got compressed and squelched and it just didn't sound good. So we stopped doing that. No. Right. Here we go. Boys and girls, the proper delivery for bass lines is thus in printed media. It's that. All right, hyphen, bass lines. Not one word, not two words. Bass hyphen lines. That's the way it goes. Simon's only worth $70 million. Yeah. There was a time he wasn't even, well, certainly wasn't worth that. They were broke about 30 years ago, but there we are. Stacey, spelling is for crap today. That's all right, don't worry. You're amongst friends, dear. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So I wanted to say thank you to everyone that watched the shorts series through December and got involved with the polls and the questions that I was setting on the community tab. I got loads of information from that, lots of input, lots of responses, which is great. I will go back through that over the next couple of days, and it will inform my content creation over the next couple of months. So if you did watch any of that, if you were watching the shorts on the bass collection, thank you very much. But yeah, very good. If I showed you the analytics, it created a huge hump of viewing over December. So thank you. Let's have a look here. Zuma, sometimes I wake up in the morning with a bass line. No, Andy, it's not bass lines, all one word. It's separated with a hyphen. I got a publishing, you do this and you don't do that from my last editor. So I trust his judgment on these things. That's not a euphemism. I think it might be a euphemism from Zuma. He's on the lash, possibly. But I can't blame him. He just spent 2 hours talking about Duran with me. So, he's high on life. I thought we rattled through that quite quick, actually, It's once we got the camera sorted and the sound and the picture quality, we were good to go, really. Yes, Lorenzo, that is correct. Bass hyphen lines. Same with bass tone or bass tones. Bass hyphen tones. You're having a wham of a time. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. Right, I'm just checking through everything. That's all good. Yep. Channel analytics, all good. Yeah. Community tab is looking fine. Stream health. That's the big deal. Stream health is excellent, so that's all good. That's all good too. So if you're venturing here into the live chat and you've just like I say, if you've been given money from family, parents, or whatever, or you might be a youngster starting out, just becoming a bass player, or you might be a seasoned musician turning to bass for the first time, or you might be someone of an older vintage and you're just looking to enjoy taking up bass playing. If we can help, we can offer any advice. Maybe you're looking at a bass, amp, effects. How do you get started? How do you play gigs? Ask away. Put it in the live chat window. Press send. As soon as we get your comments, I'll try and answer them as best I can. If I don't know the answer, one of the fine people here on the live chats probably knows. And we will try and guide you as best we can. Andy, you're confused now. We were talking about spelling. And someone put bass lines all in one word. And I thought, no. I will educate you as how, when we're doing publishing in magazines, this is what you do. So it's not bass lines one word. It's not bass lines two words. It's bass, old boss lines someone's put in. No, it's bass lines. BASS hyphen lines. What do I think about acoustic bass? Are we talking upright bass or are we talking semi-acoustic bass? Which do you mean? Or do you mean even acoustic bass like a bass guitar, but not upright? Which do you mean? Is it a good way to start? If you're playing upright, it's a very different thing to playing standard bass guitar. Very different. Different physically, positionally, mentally as well. Part of me wants to say it's the same instrument, you just go for it, but it's not. There are different disciplines involved in playing electric bass compared to acoustic bass. So I'm assuming you mean upright, but if you mean semi-acoustic, as in a bass guitar that is acoustic, then yeah, that's a fine way to start. There's nothing wrong with that. Andy, my 6-month-old had his first thump of my Carl Thompson yesterday. Very good. Start them young. I always say that. Start them young. Stacey, do you receive the same amount from a super chat or a super sticker, or the same? I think it's the same. We get 55%. YouTube takes 45, I think. Zuma, we'll have to have a talk about Dion Estes. Yes, we will. Yes, very much so. Your spelling not on the lash yet. No. No. Yes, Dion Estes. We definitely need to have a chat about him at some point. We should do an 80s bass legends collaboration, maybe. Andy, upright bass is harder to play than electric, but way more rewarding. Depends what you categorize as rewarding. If being able to pay your bills and your mortgage, and you choose to go down the upright route and you aren't earning much money, musically that might be rewarding. But if you're playing and you're made homeless because you aren't earning money to pay your bills, I personally wouldn't see that as rewarding. However, if you're playing upright and you're raking it in, then I get it. I get it. But yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? It's like you can do things that are musically rewarding and not get financially rewarded for it. But then again, I could potentially say a lot of the gigs I did were not musically rewarded, but were not musically rewarding, but I got rewarded very nicely for doing them. So my way of thinking in that is not every gig is going to be the highlight of your career. So the bad ones highlight how good the good ones are. That's my way of looking at that. Yeah, Zuma, I'd like to see that sheet your editor gave you. Sounds fascinating. Oh, I'm not sure where it is now. That probably came through about 13 years ago. I don't know where that is now. If I find it, I'll tell you. Dion, what a player. Even Elton John is a fan. Quite well, he died. He died about 4 years ago, sadly. You are a process person too, I see, Zuma. Yes, he is. Dion Estes was amazing. He was. Lorenzo, you're getting restart. Well, have a nice night and marvelous 2026. You take care of yourself, Lorenzo. We'll see you on the other side. Neil Noble, I'm beginning bass lessons. Excellent. You're buying a Duesenberg Star Player bass. I have no clue. I'm an absolute beginner. That's all right. Well, you know where to come to for helpful tips and advice, don't you? What would you like to know, Neil? Throw your questions at us. We'll try and answer them for you. Stacey saying thank you for the wine suggestions. And yes, we will see you next year. Take it easy. Trust the process. Very good. Good gag there, Zuma. Well done. It's a pleasure. It is. I'm drinking a very nice wine. So happy New Year to you. Even though we're a day and a bit early. It's fine. Quite wonderful. Yes, Zuma, we must trust the process. Exactly that. Now let's have a quick look on the old football scores. No, nothing's changed. Okay. Come on, United, for Christ's sake. 1-1 against Wolves. Really? Come on. At home too. What's going on? Anyway, if you've got any questions about basses, bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, bass accessories, cleaning materials, gig bags, cases, fire away. Great bass playing. Albums with great bass playing on. Maybe you want to talk about a particular bass player. Fire away. Put your comments in the live chat window. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, please, if you'd be so kind. We'll try and help. Andy got 2 fill-in offers for New Year's Eve gigs. You took the nearest one. Good choice. Good choice. There are people out there driving on New Year's Eve absolutely paralytic. I look back on all the New Year's Eve gigs and think, how did I avoided that? How, you know, count, you know, count yourself lucky. Good. Hope you have a good gig. Enjoy. Zuma, I'm about getting ready to open your can of old speckled hen. There we go. Excellent stuff. You got a pint of Bishop's Finger there as well. What about Wicked Vicar? You got some of that in. Druid Sock. I always think that's a popular tipple over there. Andy, only problem is you're sat there cramming 30 songs. Oh, mate, I've been there. What are you learning? Let's have some songs. What's on that list? If you cram tonight, that's good. What you don't want to be doing is cramming tomorrow. If you cram tonight, a lot of it will sink in overnight as your brain processes it all. Then tomorrow you can do a run through, maybe 2 before you go. Do your work tonight. That's the oh, hang on though, you're ahead of us, aren't you? It's probably the morning of the gig. Oh, right. Tell us what song. If there's anything I can help you with, I'll do my best. Stacey, you're encouraging me to open that Gigonda's bottle. Looking at, well, you should live a little. I'm sure Mr. Young will help you out with it. Anyone going to any shows in the new year? What is everyone going to see? There's not a lot coming our way. The next thing for me at the moment, I think, is Richard Marx next October, which is a bit of a way away. There's no Young Gun Silver Fox gigs at the moment that I'm aware of. No Duran shows I'm going to. No Queen stuff. No level 42s that I know I'm going to, but I'm hoping we might cross paths on a festival or 2 next year. Andy, you'll send me a list when you have 2 hands, mate. Crack on with your work. It's more important. Beat after beat, breaking news. Duran plan on releasing 2 new studio tracks by Valentine's Day, and long-awaited reportage is coming in spring 2026. It is. Can't wait. You're typing with one hand. Andy, crack on, mate. I've been there. Just do what you got to do. You can always watch this live chat after the event. It's there forever. So Scott M's turned up. Hey, Scott, good to see you. But not you're busy, but listening to this in the background. We need to up our speech level here. There we go. Toto goodness. Yeah, they're not playing here, I don't think. I've not seen. Let's have a look. Unless they've announced some UK shows. I don't think so. I know they're over your way, but they're not here. Let's see if I've missed something. I didn't go to see them last time they were here. I think it was at the start of this year. Yeah, nothing at the moment. It's all America based. Nothing Europe. No, nothing Europe. It's all US and Canada. They're busy through August, aren't they? And July. Woo. Oh, well, if you're going, enjoy. What we got there? Beat after beat, new Warren Cucurullo music, spring of 2026. Okay. I'll have a listen to it online before I invest. Stacey, July 29th, 2 hours from you. Well, you need to be going to that, really, don't you? Andy, I'm just nursing my wee bairn at the mo. I'll get back to practice when she wakes up. Very good, mate. No problem. Not a problem. I've done many a gig where it's been 30 songs of cramming. The record, Andy, from my end, and I've said this before, is wake up at 6:30, cram till 1:30 in the afternoon, shower, change, lunch, in the car, get to the gig, sound check, play it. 42 songs, I think it was. Learnt all of them in 7 hours. So it can be done. It's just a lot of focusing, and some people do it with chord sheets, or they'll read it or what have you. It was all in there, and I had no chord sheets. Just learnt it all, played it that night. It led to me getting a lot of other work with that band. I'd never met any of them, didn't know any of them, turned up, did the sound check. And I remember a couple of them went, "How did you do that?" Knowing that I'd only got the tracks at like 3 a.m. They came through as an MP3 recording of the previous week's gig. And then I literally had to learn it from the gig. And how did you do that? I said, that's just what I do. That's how you do it. Get the tracks, break them down, and start learning them. And eventually you get muscle memory, and there are patterns and shapes, and you familiarize yourself with them, and you learn it. And that's just the way it is. Right, let's see here. I'm giving my new Lab Systems SS600 a run tonight. Lab Systems SS. What's that? Is that a processor or something? Mix. I don't know what that is. What's a Lab Systems SS600? Have we heard of Lab Systems? No, that's probably why I'm looking a little confused. Lab Systems SS600. Bass amp. Okay. No, I don't know them. I'm just having a look. There's a review here on Music Gear Review, but there's no picture. Okay. Jedi Star. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. That looks nice. Blue. MOSFET powered. SS600. There we are. Yeah, that looks good. Are they rack mountable? Do you have to buy separate rack ears for those? Or are they, I don't think, are they Class D? 4-band valve equalization. I'm guessing it's not Class D then. And then there's the VP series valve based preamp, an additional 2-way active crossover in a single rack unit chassis. Huh, okay. No, don't know about them at all, Andy. Not heard of them. No. Neil Noble, you're going to see Foo Fighters at Anfield. Good for you, sir. What's this? Beat after beat. Prayers to Andy Taylor. He's been very quiet. Yeah, I was thinking the same a little while back. Andy, they made super powerful bass amps, as I'm seeing. They aren't in operation anymore, but they are still very popular over here. Quite a coveted piece of kit. I might have a little look on YouTube, see if there's some videos. Not Class D. Okay, they came supplied with a rack kit. Very good. Yours is rack mounted. Excellent. Super. Zuma, did you ever play a Valve Trace Elliott? Yeah, I have. And very nice they are too. Fall into a similar bracket as Mesa Boogie amps, like the Strategy, because it's so many tubes in there. You start getting one that's playing up. You got to try and diagnose which one's causing the problem. The joy of Valve bass amps, isn't it? Andy used to tour with a VP600. Is that the Trace Elliott, the Valve preamp? Yeah, they can be great. They can be really great. The only problem, as we've said here on the channel before with Trace Elliott stuff, is you've got to put some money aside for the repairs, because you might go and buy one and you think, oh, it's all okay. And within a month, they start getting problems. And trying to get trace stuff repaired and replacement parts is getting really tricky. Even just getting the white caps for the EQ sliders is tricky. We've got that company in Nashville, British Audio Systems, that do spares. But for us here in the UK, which, to be fair, is predominantly where the bulk of Trace Elliott gear is now, you can't be paying huge amounts of import duty and stuff just for little plastic covers for gain knobs and stuff. It makes no sense. Let's see. Stacey, yes, Pete, just got some power station gear in this week, and Andy's pic jumped out at me, wondering how he is. Yeah, he's gone a bit quiet lately, but we'll see. We'll see. Happy New Year, folks. Thank you for all your efforts, watching the videos, joining in on the live chats, all of that, all the shares, all the comments, fabulous work, all the super chats, of course, all the merch. Thank you. You got us over that 5 grand subscriber line. If you're a new subscriber to the channel, welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you for getting on the bus. Hope you find some content here on the channel that works for you. Feel free to have a look around. There's over 1,000 videos here on the channel. So feel free to go venturing, have a mooch. It's all good. Nearly 350 viewers tonight. Thank you. Arsenal now 3-0 up. Sorry, Neil. United still 1-1 with Wolves. Come on. I think there might be some trouble afoot at Chelsea, you know. Chelsea drew 2-2. Beat, your heart will be crushed if something happens to him. He's that age, you know, mid-60s. Lots of smoking, lots of booze, lots of drugs. It's those things do catch up, unless you're Keith Richards, of course. And nothing seems to deal him a hammer blow. But yeah, I get it. I assume you've seen the episode we did on the live chats back at Neil Noble, another £5. You'll be getting a reputation soon. Thank you very much. Bless your heart. Much appreciated. I need to come into there. I need to say thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I did an episode on Villa of 4 down. Oh my God, it's all gone from bad to worse. Cripes. I did an episode on the live chat. That was November when he announced his cancer diagnosis. I don't know if you've seen that, Pete. If you haven't, I can put a link up. Neil Noble, if Cliff Williams a great bass player? Yes. Sorry, I don't pretend I'm knowledgeable. Mate, this is how you learn the stuff. Ask the questions. We'll try and sort of fill in the gaps for you. Yes, Cliff Williams is a great bassist because he did exactly what AC/DC needed him to do. And in the context of AC/DC, he's exactly the right bass player. That's why he is one of the reasons they are one of the biggest bands of the last 50 years. You know, Billy Sheehan acknowledges what a great bass player Cliff Williams is, because you know the AC/DC sound. You know what the bedrock of that is and why it has to be that. And he fulfills that role perfectly. So, yes, I think he's a great bassist. Some people might go, oh, he's very boring. No, within the context of what that band needs, it's like John McVie, the conversation we had the other week. Put another bass player in instead of John McVie, and it isn't going to be right. Take John McVie out of Fleetwood Mac, he probably doesn't sound as good as he does in Fleetwood Mac. It's that meeting of minds. It's the perfect person to be in that role. And if it's someone's been in that position for many years, Stacey, come on. Thank you very much. Another super chat. Thank you. They've developed that role. They've developed the role of bass in that band in their hands. So when they drop out of it, or if they pass on or whatever, it never sounds quite right. It's the way it's like, you know, take John Taylor out of Duran Duran. It doesn't sound like, take John Taylor out of Duran Duran and listen to him playing. It's like, oh, okay, put him back in, and it's right, now he's at home, and that's his familiar thing. So that's kind of the way I see that. Some of those legendary players, if you take them out of that environment, it doesn't work for them. They don't look as good or sound as good as they did. But likewise, the bands don't function the same. What's that? 2 in 1. It's a $5 £5 day. Let's get a £5 choo-choo train going. Yeah, I'll take that. That's all good. Thank you very much. I get beat after beat. You're all doing it now, aren't you? What do we get? I think we get it's about £2.80 out of that. So $2.80. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks. If it keeps you lot amused, then I'm happy for it. Yeah, very good. Blind didn't work. I didn't even instigate that. How about that? Andy, Mark Evans was pretty good. Yes, exactly. The magic is in the mix of the players. Correct. He only lasted 2 years, unfortunately, but he was there in their important early years. Yes, of course. Zuma's at it too, isn't he? Come on now. Thank you very much, folks. Look at it. It's like something on the dance floor. Is it like doing the conga or something? I don't know. Wowzers. Stacey is the ringleader. Yeah, she's always had that ability. Yes, Andy. Yeah, he only lasted 2 years, but yeah, like you say, important early years gets the band to start. Dear, oh dear. Thank you, folks. Well done. Making an old man very happy, clearly. Oh. Yeah. All good, folks. All good. Helps to see what you think is you're donating money to the channel, and that keeps the channel running, and it does, and it's fabulous. But what you don't realize is when you do the super chats, the algorithm goes, oh my God, we have to project the thing. And if I go into the analytics, I can see each time you do a super chat or a super thanks, whatever, I see the progress that video then makes. And it works. I've seen it happen. So thank you. Very good. Richard, at least you'll eat this week. Well, a man can't live on beans on toast alone, although Lord knows I try. But yes, thank you very much. Because you're not out playing, and that's the truth. Yeah. We'll see. I'm okay with the fact that I know I do have gigs in the diary. They just don't kick in till April. So I'm looking through the summer months and thinking, yeah, that's pretty good. We're okay there. It's just the first third of the year looks a bit thin. So if I'm on the bones of my backside come April, you know why. What we got there? BFB, you don't have to be a bass player to donate to this channel. Of course not. I'll take anyone's money. It's no. No, what we've tried to create here is a community of bass players. If you're a bit of a lost soul, or you're trying to work stuff out, or you just want to come and hang. That's what it's about. And if you need some advice, tap into what's up there. You know, there's nearly 40 years worth of bass knowledge in there. You wouldn't know it judging by some of my playing, but there is. So yeah, if I can help people, it's that's part of the job. Zuma, forgot about the channel. It's for the dogs. Correct. Do you know how much their food is? It isn't cheap. I put it that way. Stacey, it's kind of like John Taylor's I Do What I Do for Me, and it may be an unpopular opinion. Maybe we need a discussion on this. It isn't your fave. It's a slightly odd track, made for a film that was slightly odd as well. Apparently, the cut we've all seen of 9.5 Weeks is not what the director intended. I think I read somewhere that they're maybe planning on a newer cut for next year. It'll be 40 years. Scott, you as well. Well done. Thank you. Bless your heart. Thank you very much. Good work. Thank you. Yes, that they were planning a new director's cut of 9.5 Weeks, but I mean, JT was such a name to hang your soundtrack off, or the main track on the soundtrack off at that time, but he really wasn't tested as a songwriter on his own. And I think that kind of shows. I haven't listened to that track in a very long time. And I was he isn't watching. I've interviewed him once. He knows I love his work, but John is no singer. Okay. I'm not saying I am. Backing vocals, yes. Lead vocals, for me, no. Stick to the bass player and the BVs. The BVs are fine, but the lead vocal, no. And I think maybe there's a touch of the ego thing going on with that. And hey, at that time, you know, you kind of got to stretch your legs, stretch your muscles a bit, try something different. But I wonder if how that had an impact on him doing any more stuff like that. I don't know. That's a good question. If I interview him again, I'll ask him that. Whether he'll answer it or not is another thing entirely. Stacey, yes, Zuma, all for the fur babies. Quite right. I'd like to think it's a lot of crossover on this channel. Yeah, I think so. I mean, my mum watches it, says she's never learned so much about bass guitars. She only had a son who was a bass player for 38 years. But she watched the live chat. She said, I didn't know there was so much to know. I said, we're only scraping the surface. The dog's food tastes better than ours. I'm not going to venture into that. I don't want to find out either. Unfortunately, Ollie, our older dog that we've inherited, has had a bit of a problematic stomach in recent months. We think we've sorted it now, but he is on food that is basically £5 a can, and he goes through it like a rocket. The Chihuahua has decided that's his food of choice as well. I won't tell you what the food bill is. We used to have a Labrador and it didn't cost that much. I've got 2 small dogs. It costs a fortune. Fussy little sods. People with cats will know what I'm talking about. Put the food down and they'll show you their ass. It's along those lines. Anyway, Azuma, but dang, his hair looks amazing in that era. It needed a good cut, frankly. He got to that point in 85 where it's just a fuzz on the back. And I think after about the summer of 84, someone needed to talk to him. And tidy that up a bit would have been the words I'd have used, because you had great hair and you're letting it go. However, I think at that point he was doing fairly well without any advice from people like me. So, yeah, and it would probably be a brave man that told him to do anything. But there we go. Stacey, I think he works in the mix. What's that mean? I don't know. Zuma, the hair is indisputable. No. I honestly think from about the summer of '84, and see, until they went out on tour early '87, video for Skin Trade, when he'd had it cut a bit shorter and tidied up. That's when it got back on point. Beat after beat, John, you can't sing, brother. I don't think he can. I think he can do good BVs, but lead singing, nah, not for me. Stacey, of course, there's zero wrong with stretching the creative legs, correct? I mean, if we don't try it, that's exactly it. He works in the mix as in the band, not so. Right, go. He's a bass, yeah. He's kind of the blueprint for me and my bass playing, work in the context of a band. I'm not a great soloist. I can pull something off if I have to, but that's not what I do. I play with bands. I play with drummers. That's what I do. What I do when I'm playing with them, that's where I can sort of expand the playing portfolio, if you like. But I'm not one for sitting there and playing a solo on my own. It just nah. No, a groove always trumps a solo. A great groove, great drummer, great bass player will always be a great solo to me. What do I know? Bass with BVs equals perfect. Well, yeah, has been said. It has been said. It is 6 minutes past 10 here in London town. This is Brooks's Bass Corner live chat 146 coming to you. This might be the last live chat of, oh, come on, United, 1-1 still. This might be the last live chat of 2025. There might be one tomorrow. We will see. I'm not promising anything because I don't know how tomorrow's going to pan out yet. But we might do one. Might do one on Saturday as well, because I know there's going to be a lot of male bass players not wanting to go to the shops. So it might be a good time. And then we have a live chat on Sunday. I've got to get all these booked in. I've got to sort out the new thumbnails and got so much going on the channel. I was planning on, we got into the new year and all my new changes that I want to implement would be ready to go. I don't think so. I think we're going to have to get towards the end of January before I can do all the things I want to do. Just the way it is. Don't rush these things. And there's a lot of long form content that I've got to finish editing, get it out there. So just keep watching, folks. If you're subscribed to the channel, you will get a notification when it's all ready, and you'll see it as it flies out the door. Aha. Young Zuma sent me, what's this? That's the playlist I had to learn for my last gig. This is from Zuma. What's this? Love Song by The Cure, Everlong, Foo Fighters, Times Like These, Foo Fighters, Santeria, Sublime, whatever, I don't know what that. Just Like Heaven, The Cure, okay. Space Age Love Song, A Flock of Seagulls, Cripes. All the Small Things, Blink 182. Vertigo, U2, Just Can't Get Enough, Depeche Mode. What I Got by Sublime. I don't know who Sublime are. I Melt With You, Modern English. Don't know that. I know Modern English. I don't know the song. Anything, Drama Rama. Tainted Love, Soft Cell. Okay. Blister in the Sun. Been a while since I played that. Violent Femmes, Let's Go Crazy, Prince. Don't Stop Believing, Journey, Jump, Van Halen. Living on a Prayer, Eruption, Van Halen. You Really Got Me, Van Halen. Rebel Yell, Billy Idol. Fight for Your, that's a long old set list here. Fight for Your Right, Beastie Boys. Don't Change, In Excess from Shabu Shuba, Cripes. Okay, Suede Head, Morrissey. Last Night, The Strokes, Down, 311, Animal, Neon Trees. I don't know that. Well, that's an eclectic mix, isn't it? That's an hour and 35 minutes. Cripes. Back in the days when you used to have to do 2 hours for a pub gig, that would have been 25 minutes short. Good Lord. Yeah. So Zuma sent that to me as an email. Cripes. What we're looking at here. That's what I want. Oh, United, you threw that away. Villa got one back, Neil. 4-1. Oh, we thrown point. I said to Stacey a couple of days ago, if United hadn't thrown all their points away in December that we have done, we'd be top of the league. Just can't get the engine going at the moment at all. Zuma, I'm surprised you don't know Melt with you. No. Not that I know it by title. Maybe if I heard it, I might know it, but no, not familiar with it. How are we doing? We've had 400 viewers tonight. Thank you very much, folks. That's good going on a live chat. Thank you. And we've only had one person come in with a weird, nonsensical comment. That's progress in my book. And stream health is excellent. Good. It's what we aim for. And yes, Shabu Shuba. Now there's an album. I used to hear that all the time. My cousins were very into In Excess before In Excess were a big thing. And they had all the albums that used to get stuck on. We were playing video games. Yeah. Very first time I heard Kick by In Excess was at my cousin's house, Christmas 87. Hadn't even started to take off at that point. It didn't really start to take off here until about the autumn of 88. They did 3 nights at Wembley Arena in 88 in May. And people who knew who In Excess were and what they were doing were well into it, but it didn't get the global exposure. And then Need You Tonight went big in America. I think it went number 1. I think. Could be wrong. And then that was the blue touch paper lit. And suddenly In Excess became one of the biggest bands in the world. And all their tours sold out. And they were able to do huge tours all over the world. Crazy stuff. Neil Noble, 2 people. If you include my pitiful contribution, In Excess were big in your school days. Well, likewise. From 89 onwards, I said before that basically you couldn't go into a branch of HMV in the UK and not be deluged with like 30 different In Excess t-shirt designs. They were everywhere. Everyone I knew, whether they liked In Excess or not, bought an In Excess t-shirt. It was crazy. You saw this band that I'd heard of since like 84, 85. Suddenly just go, it was like a firework going off. Zuma, we have another fabulous topic then. Songs from the UK that were huge here that you're not familiar with. Well, there we go. Put that down on the ideas list. Andy, you were asked to play with In Excess once. In what context? And when was that? Stacey, Original Sin, Daryl Hall on backing vocals. Wasn't that a Nile Rodgers production? Oh, yes. Andy, it was a 3-month fill-in for Gary. Oh, wow. What year? When was that? Very interesting. I've got my interview with Gary to come on the channel. I've just got to put it up. I did that in September, for crying out loud, Mike. Come on. Neil Noble, interesting In Excess chat. Yeah. Richard Zuma, did you get Nelly the Elephant by the Toy Dolls over there? Hopefully didn't. Oh, that's cool, Fen. Yeah, there we go. I'd never heard of them. No, Toy Dolls were a very short-lived band, but they did a cover of Nelly the Elephant, and it got in the charts. Stacey, I can still smell the X t-shirts at the record store I worked at. Yes. That was the next thing. Once Kick had run its course, X came next, and it didn't take long. They were everywhere, I remember. Yeah. And I met the guys at the ARIA Awards, and they called me a few days later. What year are we talking here? 2003. Cool. Very cool. Hard gig to do. I think any band that's that big and has had that much success, when they lose their lead singer, there's a lot of weight on those shoulders. And in 2000, that was 6 years after. Cripes. Did you do it? Did you not do it? Hope you did it. And you've got stories to tell. I'm waiting now. If you've got time to type, feel free. It was during your touring years, 2001 to 2008. I haven't finished yet. I'm 30 years of this. How good. How good. I hope you did it. Because if you didn't, well, a band that's not at its peak, that is a different thing. You're not dealing with the band at its peak. But I really hope you did that. Yeah, with bated breath. So much bated breath, I'm going to take a big chunk of Toblerone out of my Toblerone bar. And no, I'm not going to do a Billy Connolly and get it up in the gum that goes up my nose. Or let dribble roll down my chin. It didn't go ahead because Kirk had already organised someone. Don't you hate it when that the amount of times things like that have happened to me? Someone's asked me, "Oh, can you do it? Can you do the?" And you go, "Okay, yeah, I can change it. It's fine. I'll do it. And then you get a call back, sometimes the same day, sometimes the day after, sometimes a week after. Oh no, don't worry. So we've already sorted someone. Well, why did you ring me then? If you already had it sorted, why did you ring me? Oh, didn't know. Well, someone take control of the situation then. And I have had that where someone's asked me to do it. I've said yes. They've then come back to me and said, "Oh, no, it's all right. We've got someone." So you forget about it. And then a week later, "Oh, you said you could do it. Can you still do it?" At which point I take great joy in saying, "No, because you've already mucked me around once. I don't believe you won't muck me around again. So no, you've missed. I don't want to do it." You have toured America and England quite a few times with the John Butler Trio. Did you ever play at the Walkabouts, specifically the one in Shepherd's Bush? And did you ever play at the Redback in Acton? I wonder if we've crossed paths. Did you play any bars or venues that were South African, Australian, or Kiwi based in London? I wonder if we have actually met. You never know. The amount of people I used to meet at Shepherd's Bush Empire. Shepherd's Bush Walkabout, sorry. Talking Toblerone, aren't we? Christmas present. You played next door at the Empire. Proper gig. Wouldn't surprise me if we were on stage at the venue next door. You remember they were auctioning off bricks from the Rum Runner. Not the Birmingham Rum Runner. It probably was actually them. On eBay. Wowzers. back in 2023, I was up to my ears in gigs all the time. A lot of things flew past me that I didn't even know happened. My head was down. I was working like an absolute Trojan at the time. Also the Borderline a few times. I played the Borderline a couple of times, and Break for the Border, which was the venue next door in the Mexican restaurant. Oh, good fun. Hello, Patricia. Good to see you. Hope you're well. So just eating a bit of Toblerone. We're in that between Christmas and New Year phase. I can have a bit of Toblerone. It's fine. Have I ever played Croydon? Do you mean Croydon? South London? And do you mean Croydon Walkabout? Or is it somewhere in Croydon that you meant? Boring time of year, quite. You've played the Thatch down there. Down in Croydon. The Thatch, I don't know that. Especially not from 22 years ago. Used to do Croydon Walkabout a lot. But yeah, the Thatch, never heard of that. Not Toblerone, visiting the pyramids, yeah. Big old bugger. Toblerone, or whatever the manufacturer is. Mondelez International. Do you want to send some bars of this through to Brooks's Base Corner? I'll happily eat it for you. No one sends me anything these days. Croydie. I think you mean Croydon. Croydie sounds like the Australian abbreviation. It's Croydon. Croydon. Croydie. I don't know what that is or where it is. Neil, does anyone like Depeche Mode? Zuma? Stacey does. Stacey and Zuma are the people for you there, Neil. Croydie in North Devon? No, I don't. No. Don't know that at all. Can't say I've ever been there in my life. Let's have a look at it on Google Maps, shall we? It's a village in England. Well, now. That's really out. So I've played places a bit, well, actually on the same coastline recently, a couple of months ago, and also further along the coast heading south and southwest. So, no, never played there. You've taught me a new place there. Throw your questions in about Depeche Mode, Neil. Stacey and Zuma will be well up for that. If you're just tuning in, folks, please give the live chat video a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. Doesn't cost you anything. Free to do. Helps the channel, helps the video, helps me. It's all good. Violator is Zuma's favorite Depeche Mode album. Stacey learned about Depeche Mode from People of People and worked in a record store when Violator came out. There we go. Andy played the Greek Theatre in LA too. That was very nice. Well done, sir. Good work. Zuma, World in My Eyes is probably your favorite track. Okie dokes. George Hollyoak, good to see you. Nice to see you here, Zoom. Yeah. You got a fan club, Zoomer, worldwide. Andy, there was some big names there. Justin Timberlake was at the after party, I'll bet. Yeah, good. Nice. Good work, sir. Good work. Stacey, it's fabulous. The World in My Eyes, 12 inches of jam. Strawberry jam, raspberry jam, gooseberry jam. I don't know. Cherry jam. Pearl jam. Traffic jam, maybe. Right, anyway, before I'm just getting stupid here. Zuma, Greek Theatre is an awesome venue. Never been, but I will take your word for it. It has a historical reputation. Beat after beat, music for the masses is amazing. Stacey, the outro on World in My Eyes is otherworldly in your mind. It's a transporting experience. Is that like getting on the 83 bus? That's a transport. Oh no, that's a transport experience. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just being flippant. Don't worry. The great. Oh no, hang on. The granddaughter of John F. Oh, I can't even talk. The granddaughter of John F. Kennedy has died at the age of 35. She had an aggressive form of cancer. Well, condolences and sympathies to the Kennedy family. Zuma, getting on the bus in LA will definitely transform you, let me tell you. I bet. Yeah. Much like Rio Part 2, really. Okay. Yeah. I've just remembered, Zuma, I've got to go through the free YouTube audio library to find some music for the series. I will get onto that. Beat after beat, been on a Greyhound in downtown LA. Oh, he's asking Zuma, has he been on one? It's transporting, that is. Yeah. Right, we are there. Our beat saying he's been on a Greyhound bus in downtown LA. So he'd rather walk. I have no experience of these. I couldn't possibly comment. I've been on a underground, been on the metro in New York, but I'm gathering it's not the same experience. Be after be it's the bus from hell. Been on a few of those late at night on the way back from gigs before I had a car, that's for sure. Yeah, not an experience thankfully I have to tolerate any longer. But before I had a car, the band I was in was based in another part of London, and I lived further in towards London in Ealing. But basically, there was a night bus that ran from the centre of London, Trafalgar Square, to Ealing. It took about 2 hours to do it, but invariably, if we were coming back through town, or even if we weren't and we were going back to Streatham where the band was based, I then had to get from Streatham to the centre of town to then get the bus back out with a bass, costume bag, gig bag, as many other bags as I had, and it was just awful. Character building. And I remember at the time thinking, this is character building. One day you'll have a car and you'll remember what these journeys are like, and you'll be so grateful you don't have to do them anymore. And I was immensely pleased that I didn't have to do it anymore. Zuma, once I had to take the bus with your carving 5-string in a full hard case, and your PV practice app, plus your backpack full of books, a Mexican mule. Oh, my days. You have to do these things when you're starting out. If you haven't got a car, it's no one else's problem. You've got to get yourself to wherever you got to get to. Crazy times. It was a different time, you know. Hard to please guy. Hey, what's the topic? Bass guitars, my friend. Bass players. Bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects. Great bass players, albums with great bass playing on. Music. Talking basses. So if you want to come in, you're welcome. If it's not for you, no worries. There's plenty of other channels. There you go. Stacey's telling you. So I've got to crack on with the old demos for all these things down here. There's all sorts. Got to crack on with them. Lord knows I did the workshop videos. About time we got the demos and the reviews up. Hey, not bass fishing. No, that's the wrong channel. No. George, who's everyone's favorite bass player? Well, there's a lot. Hang on, are we talking about? You like bass ball? I don't know. Oh, that's cricket. Favorite bass player? I don't have the one favorite. Me becoming a bass player was a tale of two Johns. Oh, you're a troll. Okay, very good. Well, keep going, and then I just block you, so it's fine. Tale of two Johns, John Taylor and John Deacon. They got me playing. If I had to list my 5 favorites, John Taylor, John Deacon, Billy Sheehan, Mark King, Marcus Miller, probably in a tie with Chris Squire, maybe. There's loads of bass players I love. So, yeah. Yours? What's yours, George? Who's your favorite bass player? It's very hard. They all do different things. I'm not sure I could pick just one. Andy, you got to go. No problem. Heaps to do. You crack on. Give us a report how you get on with learning those 30 songs. Thank you for your attendance this year. Much appreciated. Happy New Year to you too. Zuma, what's next on the workbench? I don't know yet. Got to work that out. Might be a couple of alembics, actually. It's a repair to your PVG bass. Needs a new 9-volt battery clip. Those are annoying little jobs, but they have to be done. Good luck with that. Stacey, you're in the wrong place, correct? No, I don't mean you talking the hard to please guy. You are a musician. Cool. Well, if you want to talk music, talk bass playing, you're welcome. If you're going to not talk bass playing and music, wrong channel. Russell, good to see you. You're in Oregon. I recommend a lot of great fishing channels, watching them during the floods up here. Okay. Yeah. George, they're all great. Your favorite's John Taylor. Good choice, sir. Zuma and I have just started filming a series on John Taylor, and we've just done the first episode today, finished filming just before the live chat, and we're going to do 2 more episodes on Saturday, hopefully, and looking at all the albums and stuff. So stay tuned to the channel. You'll see all the social media promotion, and I'll be promoting it, and Zuma will be promoting it, and hopefully he's going to do a great job. Hey, and it'll be good. It will be good. It was a riveting chat. We were talking for 2 hours, and he's going to pull 30 minutes out of that. Good luck with that. Neil, do I know anything about Jaco Pastorius? I know lots about Jaco Pastorius. I've spoken to his son at great length. You just Googled him. Seemed a very strange character, but very revered. You have no idea. Possibly the greatest bass player of all time. Probably in a draw with James Jamerson of Motown. There's a film, there's a DVD you can buy. It may be available on YouTube, but it may not. Which was directed by Robert Trujillo, I think. You need to check that out. If you're going to listen to some Jaco, first solo album, Heavy Weather by Weather Report, the live 8:30 album by Weather Report, and also check out Black Market by Weather Report, but it's a mixture of Jaco and Alphonso Johnson, who was the bass player before him in Weather Report, and Joni Mitchell live from about late 70s, early 80s. Shadows and Light, I think it's called. Those are the ones you need to go and check out if you want to hear some Jaco. There's a track on Black Market called Barbary Coast. That kind of was what got me into Jaco Pastorius, but I didn't know that I knew Birdland before I knew it was him playing it. But Barbary Coast is the track for you. There's loads of live footage of him on YouTube. Go and fill your boots. I can't educate you on it. You need to go and watch this stuff. You will realize fairly quickly whether he's the sort of bass player you want to listen to or not. But don't be discouraged if you listen to it and go, oh God, that's over my head. I've got no concept. Put it on and just let it filter into your head, and you will come to appreciate the genius at work. I'll leave it at that. Report back to me next week. That's your homework. Let me know what you think. Barbary Coast, Black Market. Black Market is the album. Barbary Coast is the track. Enjoy. There we go. Zoom's doing it. Russell, hope everyone's well. Yes, thank you. I actually started looking through the stacks of gear. Plugged in a couple of things to getting closer to cataloging. Excellent. Just to update in a single blurb. Well done, Russell. Good man. George, that's awesome. I can't wait. Pleasure. Wait and see how it comes out first. Zuma, Jaco is everyone's hero at some point. Yeah. For a long time, I couldn't get my head around it. And then something just clicked, and I did, and I understood it, and I got it. Weather Report. That's okay, Neil. You're selling your gear. Russell's got loads of gear for sale. He's cataloguing it. Beat after beat. I thought you were giving us the weather state. She might be. Russell, yeah, it's crazy who's in Weather Report. If you haven't checked it out, I've got a really good book on Weather Report. Where have I put it? It's in here. It's in the pile here. I got a really, really good Weather Report book, but I haven't read it yet. I'll report back. Beat after beat. What's this? I know who Weather Report is. Very good. Russell's, it's like a laundry list of rippers. Weather Report was my high school stage band's nemesis. Nemesis. Different people pronounce it differently. I've heard both. Remark you made is one of the most beautiful Jaco performances, in my opinion. Okay. I love Cannonball. I'll tell you, actually. Black Market, the album, is the album I used to put on the most when I was writing stuff for the magazine, because I can literally put that on, just have it on repeat, the whole album, and I can write. It's like someone putting a key in a lock and turning it, and the door opens, and I just write. 4 hours can go by. That album, I don't know why, and no other Weather Report album does it to me. Just put that on, press play, and I'm gone. Just have it on repeat, and the brain just works. I can write reviews for hours if that's on in the background. Thanks for the Jaco advice. Pleasure. That's what we're here for. The Jaco sound bridge pickup only 50% tone. Sometimes he did use a neck pickup. You just got to know the performances he used it on. It's one of the most often used jazz bass sounds, correct. Although bizarrely, my 62 jazz reissue could never get anywhere close to the sound of that bass, not remotely. Something wrong with the bass I had. It's just dreadful. Shouldn't have bought it. Beat After Beat, welcome back. Jaco is one of those that as soon as you hear a few notes, you like, oh, that's Jaco. Exactly, correct. Stacey put me onto Black Market. I'm pleased I did that. It is a flow LP, exactly. They hit pay dirt. Well, they didn't actually. That album didn't do huge things. Heavy Weather did all the heavy lifting. But Black Market, for me, it doesn't matter that it's not Jaco that's the bassist. Alfonso Johnson is pretty predominant on that album. Just the composition, the arrangement, orchestration on that album. But Cannonball as a track, just great. The whole album's great. And I'd much prefer it than Heavy Weather by a long chalk. But I love 830, the live album. And there's actually a box set I got. Let me try and find it. There was a box set that I got about 10 years ago. It was like the Lost Tapes. Hang on. And now it sort of goes for stupid money. What's that? On Amazon, the complete Columbia studio and live recordings. Well, I've probably got all of that. One, two. Oh, right. I could have bought that box set and that would have had everything and the box set I'm talking to you about and two of the live albums. Instead, I went shopping and tried to buy the whole lot. Can't even get it on CD. Okay. The Columbia studio and live recordings. I didn't even know that existed. When did that come out? I've never even seen that. What's it called? The Complete Columbia Studio and Live Recordings. $2017. Well, I was working at the mag then, and I don't ever remember hearing that was coming out. 24 disc CD box set. Legendary Live Tapes is the box set I was talking about. Oh, crikey. Never even seen it. There's no booklets. No, not every bonus. While it has many bonuses, not every bonus track ever released, but it's comprehensive. Doesn't matter. I've got all the studio albums, but I've never, ever seen that. Yeah, currently unavailable. I wonder how much it was. I mean, I was searching for a couple of albums a few years ago, and they were always, it was towards the latter end of that band, and they always costed a lot of money, even on eBay secondhand. If I'd known there was that, I would have got that. Would have saved me a whole load of grief. Doesn't seem like it's a particularly available thing. So let's see if there's any on eBay. I can't say I've ever seen it. Occasionally I search for Weather Report on there, but I've never seen that. No, you dope. Thank you. It's not that. There's a smaller box set, but it isn't that. They must have made those in very limited number. CD that I spent months looking for, and it cost me something like 12 quid. Now on eBay at $2.95. Great. Super. No, can't find it. Not to worry. We carry on. Richard, your American original gets very close to it, but I know what you mean. A lot of jazzes can't pull it off. It's the pickups. It's the pickups and the timbre of the bass from that time. You know, 60s jazzes were made from timber that had been growing for hundreds of years. Jazzes in the past 40 years are made from wood that's been growing for about 3 years. That's the difference. Neil Noble, the people, and Mike are all very knowledgeable people. Very interesting chat. Pleasure. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Russell, want to acquire one of the Trevor Wilkinson Jaco tribute basses. Okay, not seen them. I've seen another vintage jazz bass reviewed, and they've been largely well received. Vintage stuff is okay. It's all right. Again, it's one of those things, don't buy it until you've played it, because vintage fall into the same bracket as Squire and other cheaper end brands that you can pick 10. 2 of them will be amazing. 5 or 6 will be all right. And a couple of them will be absolutely awful. So you need to play, don't buy unseen. It's still talking like I'm buying stuff, man. If I had room and I was staying here in a whole bucket load of maybes, right? Yeah. Thanks for the interest in what's coming up. Promise there are a lot at least interesting instruments that aren't often seen. Excellent. Let's not forget that Jaco was a pretty good, damn good pianist and drummer. Correct. Look for a video with him playing piano and toots. The Elmans. He used to work with Billy Joel, played harmonica. Correct. So how much is, again, I'm not seeing the box set that I was initially looking for, which was the legendary Lost tapes, I think. The legendary live tapes, thank you. So I haven't seen that anywhere for a very long time. I know an old drummer friend of mine was after it, and the one he got was like a normal size CD. It wasn't the box like I'd got. Okay, CD on Amazon, 51 quid. I bought it in 2015. Okay. Well, like I say, folks, you learn something new every day. Every day's school day. I've not seen that complete list, and yet that complete box set, and that came out in 2017. Crazy. I've never seen it mentioned anywhere. It never used to come up in searches, and up until 2023, I was still buying Weather Report albums. So how strange. Oh well. If I ever come across one, I know exactly what it is. Can I get a pound of bass? If you've got a bag, yes. Answered my question. Rebby's Neck, good to see you. I don't know who that is. See your handle, but it's not a familiar name here on the site. Stacey says one on Amazon US for 91. Single CD. Can't be. It's a box set of about 15 albums. Oh, we're talking about the legendary live tapes. That's the one the drummer bought. He got the singles CD. I got the box with all the stuff in it. And that was 15 quid, I think. Richard, no, most bases weigh between 9 and 11 pounds. There we go. Neil, does anyone know Larry Taylor of Canned Heat? I like their music. No, I don't. Can't say I do. Can't say I do know Larry Taylor. I've heard of the band Canned Heat. I don't know. I've not heard their stuff. It's was it 10:51 here in London town? Live chat 146 here on Brooks's Bass Corner. Thank you for joining us. If you've got any questions about basses, bass guitars, bass players, bass gear, albums with great bass playing on, you just want to chew the bass fat, feel free, stick your comments and questions in the live chat window and we'll respond to them as quick as we can. There's back to the thing about Jaco, Neil. There's loads of books, but there's a really good book. Just let me get into my bookshelf. Hold on, I've got to take the ears off. Ears out, even. There's a book you need to get. I think it's by Bill Milkowski. Hold on. Try and check it there. Ah, there we go. It's there, isn't it? I've got it. Bill Milkowski. There we go. I think he was a friend of Jaco's. You need to get this book. That's the definitive book on Jaco. It was endorsed by Bass Player magazine. Came out in the 90s. Where was it? '95. That's the book you want. Okay. Check it out. Well worth a read. George, you recently got an Aria Pro 2 SB a Pro 2 SB R60. Very good bass. Well done. Due to you and Zuma. Don't blame me. You love it. Don't blame me. I can't take the plaudits for another man's work. Yeah, enjoy. Lots of playing, lots of practice. Do that thing. Good. I hope you enjoy it. Any questions? I'll Zoom. No, if I can help at all, let me know. And yeah, we'll do our best. Look after it. It's an elderly beast. R60s are 40 years old. So keep your truss rod adjustments twice a year if you can, and just stay on top of the neck. And if you look after them properly, it'll see you out. They're built like tanks, so enjoy. Richard, the original Jaco Pastorius album is a great listen. It's a seminal album. The album he did with Joni Mitchell is also amazing. He had an amazing knack of fitting some strange notes into odd places. Who are Mrs.? Yeah. Because you wouldn't want to put a strange note in an odd place. Zuma agreed. I still have. Oh, you got a vinyl copy, have you? I bought mine in 98, I think. I went out. Actually, I was reading the book, and I thought, you gotta go and educate yourself here. You know what the albums are. You know the material. Just go and buy some. So I went up into London. And I think I came home with about 4 or 5 albums, and that was enough. And then over time, they did those original Master Classics, Columbia Records. I bought the 2 Earth, Wind and Fire ones. I got the 2. No, there's a Sly and the Family Stone one. I got that. 2 Billy Joel ones. And they did 2 Weather Reports. And I thought, that's a good way of getting the bulk of the albums I don't have. So I bought both of those. And it's great. Get them in the music player, MP3 them up, and away we go. So now on my music player, if I fire it up, let's just see what's on there. Weather Report. There we go. I've got, oh God, what's that? Oh, those are MP3s, right? Weather Report, Sing the Body Electric, Sweet Nighter is a great album with Miroslav Vitius on bass. Mysterious Traveler, Tail Spinning, Black Market, Heavy Weather, Mr. Gone, not a great album. Jaco's on it, but it's not a great album. 8:30 is very good. Night Passage is good. Weather Report, Procession, Domino Theory, Sporting Life, This Is This, the Collection album, which I say greatest hits. They didn't have any hits. And Weather Report, Legendary Live Tapes. That's my Weather Report. That's enough. I don't need to start buying all the extra live albums and stuff. But yeah. And I've got the first album, obviously. I've got the Joni Mitchell. And then the thing, like the Word of Mouth band thing that he did, that doesn't really do much for me. I've got the birthday concert. That was a CD you could get. I think I met Dave Swift that day. I was in HMV and I thought, I swear I know him. Not realizing it was Dave Swift from Jules Holland's band. He was on the telly. On telly, you know. And I didn't say hello. It wasn't my thing to go up to people I didn't really know. Oh, you Jules Holland's bass. Whereas now I just say, all right, Swifty. But yeah. So I remember that. It was a good shopping day. I bought a load of Marcus Miller that day as well, because since we spent a lot of time in the jazz section of various records retail emporiums. Zuma, the solo on Used to Be a Cha-Cha is one of my all-time favorites. The whole album's great. But again, if you're not in the headspace of what Jaco does, or you don't understand where it's coming from, some of that stuff can kind of be a bit daunting for people. It's like, you know, it's proper head roast. And yet, when he's being funky and sort of a groove master, it's like, you know, there's no slouch. And then he gets into the jazz stuff, and people can go, whoa, I can't take that. I see the head expand. It's like, I can't take all this. It's an acquired taste, which I think is why, you know, more people would vote for Jameson to be the greatest bass player of all time than they would Jaco. But if you understand the Jaco thing and you know kind of what that's coming from and where it's going to, kind of makes a bit more sense. But yeah, I'd say it's a fair draw between Jaco and Jameson, really. I mean, Jameson was slightly out there as well, by all accounts. But without Jameson, you could say modern bass playing wouldn't exist, because McCartney kind of was built around him. Entwistle for his thing was well aware of Jameson. Jack Bruce the same. All the big rock players of the 60s and early 70s exactly knew who Jameson was. Sorry. Be After Beat. Take care, everyone. Got to make some more 10-second masterpiece music videos. You do have to do that, because if you don't, your views will start dropping. So you go and do that. Been a pleasure to see you. We'll see you 2026, unless I see you tomorrow and we do a live chat. You take care of yourself. Look after yourself. Have a good day. It's just occurred to me, poor Zuma, he wasn't long out of bed before we were doing our recording earlier. But that was a hell of a wake up for your day, wasn't it? Zuma, that live performance of Jameson with Marvin Gaye is sublime. Yes, quite. Blessings. Rock on, my lord. Rock on. Yeah. Poor you, Zuma. You got me, both barrels. Yeah. Proof indeed that genius is almost indistinguishable from madness. I'm a genius, you know, and I'm mad. So, yeah, you're probably right, you know. Yeah. Right, folks, let's have your questions and your comments and stuff. Otherwise, we'll have to start wrapping it up. It's just gone 11 o'clock here in the UK. Oh, there's messages, emails. What's this? Neil Noble, isn't it? Not the best. That's okay. Struggling with. I love music, and your channel is the best. Thank you very much. You're enjoying it. Good. Thank you, Neil. Pleasure. It's what we're here for. If we can teach people things about bass, then great. That's what it's all about. If we open your ears to some different things, different artists, different albums, all of this, it's all good. It stands you in good stead. Zuma, you're on vacation. Yes, you are. This is the best. Usually I'm just faffing about all by myself. Well, I'll keep you busy on Saturday. Don't worry about that. What you need to be doing is having first album and Rio on in the background while we're doing the live chat. Get yourself wired in to those tracks, young man. Look at the liner notes. As I said, we'll go on duran.com, listen to some of the interviews and the Q&As they've done on album anniversaries, because there's some really good stuff in there. Stacey getting that time. Yes, it is. Bill Clements. Sorry, I need to Bill Derbyshire. Good listen. He's gone to bed. Bill Clements, good to see you. I hope you had a good Christmas. Yes, I did. I had a nice restful Christmas. Thank you. Much needed, I have to say. Even though the gigging hasn't been quite as frenetic this year as I wanted it to be, and that it used to be, I have been flat out this year. It feels like it. I don't think I've had a rest. I haven't had a holiday since 2003. So, yeah, it was good. It was good. Much needed. Lots of good dog walks, chilling time, rest and recuperation, ready to fly into 2026. We're not faffing about. No, Stacey, liner notes are everything. Correct. So basically just listen to the same things I always do. I didn't like to say that, but, you know, there's a lot of stuff. There's probably some stuff on YouTube we can take a look at. People who know some stuff. There's Hoyt, I think. It's some guy. Well, Will the Circle Be Unbroken was your first song on bass. Very good. George, what's your favorite Duran album? Zuma, you can go first. Give you the easy job. It's a hard one. That I don't think there's a perfect album. I mean, Rio gets close. Don't think it's perfect. I think if I can make Rio perfect, I'd add on one extra track. I don't know what that track would be. It just feels like I always feel like side 2. Doesn't matter, we're on CD, but back in the old days when you used to have sides, I always thought side 2 was lacking a track. Just felt that way. Zuma, what's your favorite Duran album? Stacey, you can answer this too. Zuma, is there something I should know is definitely my favorite track? You and me are peas in the pod, mate. which makes it hard to choose a favorite album because it truly didn't belong on one. Correct. Maybe that should have been the extra track at the end of Rio. Maybe. Yeah. Favorite album for me. Arcadia doesn't count because it's not a Duran album. But it comes very close to being my number one album if you took the Duran catalogue and the extra curricula into the same realm. Favorite Duran album, Notorious. For me, because it kind of coincided with me becoming a bass player. Anything that Nile Rodgers produces gets my vote. I still say to this day, I would love to hear him remix and redo Freddie Mercury's Mr. Bad Guy album. And I wish at the time he had been the producer. No offense to Mac. I think Mac did the best he could. Fred was in a different place. But if Fred had tied up with Nile Rodgers has been the producer for that album, Mr. Bad Guy would have been a very different proposition. Perhaps might, saying this very loosely, had Nile Rodgers been the producer for Mr. Bad Guy, it might well have got somewhere close towards Thriller. Because that's what Freddie wanted, was Michael Jackson, and he had done those tracks and he was meant to be on Thriller. For some reason, Jaco just went, no. And I think that stung Freddie Mercury a bit. And he wanted Mr. Bad Guy to be as good, if not better, than Thriller. The problem was Freddie tried to do Mr. Bad Guy all by himself. Although he had session musicians, but all the writing, orchestrating. What he didn't grasp was that Thriller was basically the best from about 500 songs that were submitted for Thriller. Freddie wrote 15 to 20 songs and picked 10, and that was that. Didn't quite get that, but I would love to hear Nile Rodgers' interpretation of Mr. Bad Guy. Zoom, I'd have to go with Rio though, because of Last Chance on the Stairway and Save a Prayer. I don't care for Save a Prayer. Really, I've heard it so much in my life. It doesn't sway me one way or the other anymore. I don't know. Stacey, over here, To the Shore was a holy grail. You had to have the first album with To the Shore. George, I'd say Notorious as well. Good choice, sir. And I love Steve Ferrone's drumming. And I think the day they engineered the drum sounds in the studio, I bet they knew they had a pretty good album on their hands just with the drum sounds, because it just sounds astounding. Love it. Probably one of my favorite recorded drum sounds is Steve Ferrone on Notorious. Rio is amazing though. Stood the test of time. Zuma, Save a Prayer did a lot for me learning piano. Okay. That's where we put the blame then. I'm winding you up, don't worry. Stacey, New Moon on Monday remix is your fave. The synth bits just do me in. I hear you could listen to that all day. I remember when I bought all the 12-inch records and got them home and heard all these mixes I'd never heard before. I was like, oh my God. They're all upstairs in a record case. Zuma, hearing To the Shore was like stumbling upon a secret treasure. Yeah, to me, that was it'd always been part of that album. For you guys in the States, a different thing. Rio's definitely your fave. Okay, it's a consummate album. Yeah, and reflected their ambitions as an adult contemporary LP, which was their goal. Yeah. Steve Ferrone, brilliant. Yes, average white band leg. Correct. No doubt Steve Ferrone is a beast. It was. George, I think their best song is Shadows on Your Side, but 2025 version is questionable. Is there something I should know has so many connotations? Because it was the single that was eagerly awaited after 82. It sounded like nothing else. it's one of those songs. Colin Thurston was a wizard. He could just make that band sound like nobody else could. A lot of my feelings towards it now are wrapped in how it made me feel at the time, not how I see it now. But I still think Proposition, the final track on Notorious, should have been a single. The bass tone is fabulous. The song is fabulous. They've never played it live as far as I'm aware. I love Nice off of Astronaut. I love Sunrise, actually, as well. All You Need Is Now is quintessential Duran. I can listen to that for days. There's things on Liberty I love. My Antarctica I love. But there are other tracks. That was an album for me. I don't know. It's a funny. Lots of people don't like it. I don't mind it. There are elements I loved at the time that I don't like now. I think Sirius is a great track. I think Liberty is a great track. Seventh Stranger I love. Tiger I've always loved. Yeah, I can go with that. Still, my feelings on those albums and tracks has never changed. So, yeah. Stacey, the rolling aspect of bass in playing To the Shore is a wonderland. Okay. Nice is fab. Yep. Don't forget Taste of Summer. I like Taste of Summer. But Nice for me was the standout track when I got Astronaut. Actually, I downloaded Astronaut off an MP3 server. I bought the extended box version when it came out. First time I heard Nice, I was like, that's a single. They did release it as a single, but it wasn't for widespread airplay. It was just a promotional thing. There is a CD single of it. I think I've downloaded the mixes, or the alternate mixes. But yeah, and now I listen to Nice, and I'm like, that should be in the set list every gig, surely, but they don't. So it's some guy, Spyrogyra Original Cinema. Okay. That we're talking about the songs you remember when you took up bass. George, I love Liberty. I only recently started listening to it. Downtown is great. See, I don't get on with that. Downtown, and there's another, Vienna Drowning. No, wrong album for those tracks, I thought, but they were going through some weird stuff at that time within the band as well. There's loads of stuff. If you go searching for it, there's loads of stuff from the engineer and the producer talking about those sessions and recording of that album. How that album actually came out is a miracle, but it's not the album it was meant to be. There is another mix of it, which is allegedly far better, but I've never heard it. So, Richard, performing them live, I'd say Rio is number one. Love Hungry Like the Wolf. And is there something I should know? Yeah, the weird thing is, in my professional career, I think I've played 3 Duran songs. So Rio, Hungry Like the Wolf, and I did play the Reflex a couple of times in actually tell a lie, Girls on Film as well. I did do the Reflex in an 80s band twice, I think. It never sounded like the record, of course. But other than that, I've never been asked to play any Duran Duran songs in any bands. I was asked to do a Duran Duran tribute probably about 3 weeks after we went in a lockdown. So obviously that gig got cancelled, never happened. And yeah, never had to play any JT really, other than, like I say, a couple of performances in an 80s band and a pub band playing Hungry Like the Wolf. That was it, really. George, I like Hothead. Yeah, I like that too. I would love to hear them play some Liberty stuff live. Yeah, I don't think it even features on their radar. Yeah, I think Simon really likes the album. I'm wondering if there's a lot of Warren about that album, and maybe that's why they just don't want to do it. I don't know. There are some good tracks on it though. First album's great, is what it is. Second album, masterpiece. Third album, trying too hard and not quite hitting the bullseye. Not enough guitar on 7 and the Ragged Tiger. Come up and see me. Yes, well, quite. Yeah, and although the bizarre thing is, the recording of that song, which allegedly is from Hammersmith, does not tally up with the video footage. He's playing things on guitar that aren't, or the audio is saying one thing and the actual visual of him playing it is something else. So either there was some massive overdubs in the studio, or that performance was taken from a different show than the one that was filmed in '82 at Hammersmith. I don't know. It's just turned into a Duran track. Chat. Funny that. I thought it might. Yeah, that Zuma bloke, he's quite good, isn't he? Yeah. We've started the ball rolling now, Zuma. Lord help them once we start releasing the videos. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. We'll promote it all properly. Give it a complete purge across social media, and we'll see where we go. But we'll do that first. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do the 6. We were going to go up to Notorious. I guess we'll go up to the end of Arcadia. So we'll do the first 4 albums and Arcadia and Power Station. Oh man, we've opened up the Dragon's Lair. We have. But it's all right. It's okay. If it gets views and people like the watch, then that's the idea. They might learn something. How about that? I mean, you didn't know. I told Stacey ages ago when I watched the video, but you didn't know that Duran Duran were meant to play at the Freddie Mercury tribute, and then got told they couldn't because the US broadcaster said they couldn't, and if they did, then they wouldn't broadcast it. Yeah, Stacey's got a lot of opinions, yes, especially where Duran Duran are involved. It's all good. Okay, folks, it's coming up towards 20 past 11. Save your Duran Duran stuff either for a live chat tomorrow if we do one, or at the weekend, or for Sunday. So next live chat properly will be on Sunday, but there could be impromptu live chats before that. So hold on to your Duran Duran stuff. There's going to be lots of that chat going on over the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So on that note, guys and girls, thank you so much for a fabulous 2025. Thank you for your support of the channel. Thank you for getting involved, turning up week after week for the live chats, all the super chats, the merch, comments, the shares, the whole lot. I can't do it without you. So on that note, at 18 minutes past 11 on the 30th of December 2025, thank you very, very much. I intend to do bigger and better things in 2026. Channel's going to go from strength to strength, I hope. Loads of new content, loads of videos I'm working on. It's all good. Moving in the right direction. So go and enjoy the rest of your Christmas holidays. New Year's Eve tomorrow. Like I say, proper live chat on Sunday, but there might be an impromptu one Saturday, might be an impromptu one tomorrow night. We will just see how those things pan out. I won't commit to them in case doesn't happen, but we'll see how we get on. Hang on, all messages are flying in. Oh my good god. Rock on, funk on, everything in between. Stacey, it's great. You've done so much to bring us all together. It's me, isn't it? Yes, right. There we are. I am going to go and watch a little bit of telly and go get some sleep. Maybe catch you tomorrow. Maybe catch you Saturday. Hope to catch you Sunday. Sunday, I think we're going to start about 6 p.m. UK time. So for Zuma and Co on West Coast, you're looking at about 10 a.m. We'll do 3 hours and we'll see how it goes. It's an experiment. If the Sundays don't work, I'll bring it back to Tuesdays, but hopefully Sundays will work. And hopefully we can drag more people in from around the world and it'll be fabulous. On that note, I'm going to put a little video. You'll see a clip or a thumbnail. If you get this far into the live chat, it's going to be a thumbnail appears here. It's going to be a link through to my bass collection video, which was done a couple of years ago. We're going to do a newer version shortly. Feel free to click on it. You can see all 33 basses that I had 3 years ago. I hope you enjoy the video. on that note, guys and girls, take it easy. Be safe. You're out gigging tomorrow. Be very careful. There are idiots on the road. Get home safely. I will see you Sunday, if not before. Take care. Happy New Year to you too.